finding those levels too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing, a masterclass. And Shakur meets him with a straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, his channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the fan, man. I know we just popped on, on this good Saturday. We just gonna build on some boxing for a little bit. Y'all know how we do. Just have us a nice, good boxing conversation and get boxing. It's just do. Double tap the screen. Say what's up to your boy. Don't be shy. The mighty voyeurs is in the building. Y'all double tap the screen for your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you turn your notifications on, all that good stuff. And we're going to talk about it, man. Seems like every day is something different going on or being said as it pertains to this fight that's coming up that I think is highly anticipated, whether people want to admit it or not. I think it got the boxing world truly intrigued or, interested in what could actually happen in this fight with Canelo and Crawford, man. So much so that, from a little clip earlier, man, from Turki Alashikh went and seen Terence Crawford, while he was working out, went and visited him. They had a little brief, little short conversation. And, as always, man, people just took it and ran with it. And, now they're saying that Turki Alashikh is fixing this fight. You can't make this stuff up, man. Like, people don't know which way they want to go. They don't know if they want to say, Turki Alashikh is favoring Canelo, because you got some people that say, well, he want Canelo to win because if he wins, then he wants to see Canelo and Shiraz next. Then you got some people saying Terence Crawford is his man. You see, they was the two holding hands, and he went and visited him, and he's telling Crawford to deliver the job or whatever the case. And like I said, people just taking that as an opportunity to run with, saying that he's fixing this fight. And I think that's pretty strange, but it is right on par with what, you know, what typically takes place in boxing, man. Nothing, you know, boxing ain't nothing without a good narrative going around, right? Especially for a big fight. And we've heard it all. And, you know, with the recent pictures coming out, surfacing with him and his physique, you know, it's different takeaways from that. You know, he had a little short, you know, workout clip, you know, where he was, you know, throwing some punches or whatever, and people, you know, they taking that and running with it, right? They saying he snack strong. He got that snack pack. We're gonna play that punch drunk video. Shout out to him, but he made a video pretty much joking about the situation. And you know, he referring to Terence Crawford as chocolate thunder and pretending to be Turki Alashikh. So it's pretty weird, man. Y'all hit that like button for your boy, man, and say what's up to your guy. Ghetto Fab, what it do, my guy? I know we just popped on, man. We got some new people in the building. Say what's up. Let me know what y'all think about this. Who y'all got in this fight, and who is it favoring? Is it favoring Terence Crawford, or is it favoring Canelo? Is Turkey favoring one guy or the other, or is he just playing it down the middle? You know, I don't know. You know, you can't rule nothing out in boxing, man. We've seen all types of stuff happen, right? We've seen everything happen. Shout out to my guy, my bro D, man. What's good with it, Brody? How you feeling, man? Always good to see my guy in the building. How you feeling, Brody? You know what I mean? Forever G's, what it do, man? There goes some of the fam in the building. There we go, man. Double tap that screen, and we gonna build on this good Saturday. We got to talk about it, because like I said, man, the closer you get to the fight, the wilder the narratives start to get. And, you know, from the he snack strong, and he got the snack pack, and, you know, he got undetectable PEDs, and, you know, I'm starting to feel like I see something. Yeah, man, I see something, man. Y'all see the difference in size? Don't look that crazy, man. I'm telling you, I think it's all about Crawford being able to handle a punch up there and perform, like, you know, still have his reflexes, timing, and all that stuff with the added weight. Once those questions are answered, you could forget about the rest, bro. I'm telling you, because it just don't look like it's a drastic difference in that size like that. It really don't. You know what I'm saying? It really don't. Said my money on Bugs. I don't even care who wins, bro. I feel you, man. I want Bug to win, D-man, because he been getting dragged. And I'm like, I just don't understand. Just purely on some boxing stuff, right? All narratives aside, just strictly, you know, fighter in the red or blue corner, that guy being Bug Crawford, right? Every time he step in that ring, he stand on business. And I just don't see, like, as a real boxing supporter, how people don't appreciate that. You get what I'm saying? It's weird to me. Shout out to Dre Smith. What's good with it, homie? He said both of them going to be on side. I think it's going to be a clean fight for sure, man. I don't think, you know, guys got to be juicing, especially not Bud Crawford, man. I just think it's too much to risk, too much on the line. You get what I'm saying? And he's just no stranger to hard work and making sure that he crossed some T's, man, and dot them I's. Yo. I just don't feel like he's a guy that got to cut corners, right? That's just not something that you know, put it this way, right? When a guy is lazy within the sport of boxing, right, and he's unwilling to put that work in, we have a tendency to hear about those things, right? We'll hear about those things, and, you know, through the grapevine and through different, you know, conversations and interviews and stuff like that. Just don't stay under wraps long, right? Like, for instance, you know, the book is out that Ryan Garcia is just a guy that's inconsistent, don't work that hard, right? You know, been a couple stories about Canelo being a little lazy in the gym. Like, those things just don't get by the boxing community, bro. If you somebody that cut corners, if you somebody that don't, you know, put the work in, you're going to hear those rumblings. You're going to hear those things being echoed in the background. Like, it's just something that it is, man. People undisciplined, like the Andy Ruiz is, right? Like, you don't get away like Wilder. Like, it was revealed that he didn't do road work, right? You like, damn, he ain't doing road work. He ain't a boxer. Like, you get what I'm saying? No matter who it is, if you cut in corners, it's going to come out in the open, right? You know what I mean? It was being said that, you know, when guys blow up in between camps, like, all of these things get out there, right? But one thing that has never leaked out there, one thing that you can say and take it to the bank that you have never heard when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford is that he don't work hard, he cut corners, and he's a cheater or he lazy, something like that. You never hear these things. And it's so frustrating to me as a boxing supporter to hear people, you know, come up with all this stuff that they can't prove instead of looking at what you can prove. And what you can prove is that every single time he in that ring, he be in tip-top shape and he give you a tip-top performance. You get what I'm saying? And he stand on business and always get that W. You get what I'm saying? So I just don't know why people are so like hell bent on taking away from what makes him great. Like if it ain't the resume talk that they going on about, it's you know, oh, you know, he's not that good and he's not that special and his defense ain't that good and he gets hit and he's no Mayweather. And it's like, bro, damn, man, he ain't got to be Mayweather to be appreciated. He Terence Bud Crawford. Last time I checked, there's only one Mayweather, and I think that's how it's always going to be. I don't think it's ever going to be two Mayweathers, bro. It's just one and only, man. I think Mayweather's a one of a one kind of guy. You get what I'm saying? Being lazy, drinking, and partying. I'm telling you, precursor fight to the steroid league. Turkey finna start. Ryan called it. That's funny. I think Bud got ate in the back of the gym. I'm telling you, the way he be he putting that work in, bro. He don't play. Bud don't play, man. The work be being put in, man. And that's all I just be wanting people to recognize it as that, right? Like he's a guy that's actually putting in the work. And it's that the success is a direct result, right, of said work being put in. And I just don't, like I said, I be racking my brain as to why people can't just see it for what it is until proven otherwise, right? They go too hard and trying to make it something that is not, instead of just enjoying a good fight. I don't care who you going for. I think we got a good fight. Shit, Canelo go out there and handle business and beat Bud. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? So it's just it's up to them. You know what I mean? That may the best man win, but it's good to know that Bud is putting in some dog work. I'm pretty sure Canelo doing the same thing because he know what's at stake, right? He ain't ready to pass that torch. Think about it. That man don't want to lose at all. And he damn sure don't want to lose to nobody coming up weight classes, right? That he felt like once upon a time he wouldn't even got credit for beating. He went from that to feeling like this is a different fight and he got to prepare for him and all these different things. So I like it, man. I just feel like as it get closer to the fight, the narratives come left and right. The panic started to settle in. People start to really let you know how they feel about what the hell is really going on in the sport. And from there, you know, let's see what narratives stand the test of time, right? Like is because that SNAC shit ain't gonna hold up, right? If he lose, what they gonna say about SNAC? But I guarantee you, if he win, they're gonna talk that SNAC shit. But I'm gonna be cool with it because at the end of the day, I feel like what we seeing is a clean fighter. I don't think you seeing a guy. I think what we seeing is like, again, it's just the work being put in and how you go about it, the consistency, the way he live his life, his approach to the game, right? You get what I'm saying? Never taking it for granted, right? Making the right decisions, not only outside the ring, but just inside the ring, right? Getting it done. So it's a lot to respect when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? King once said 7 days until Bud sleeping. I don't want to hear Bud is not great. After Canelo hurt him, Drago did Apollo Creed. Look, King won. It ain't no walking it back. If Bud is great, this is the thing, bro. I don't know how y'all look at boxing, but I'll tell you how I look at it. The winner or loser, the loser of this fight don't all of a sudden not be great now, right? Because he lost, because the greats have losses. You get what I'm saying? Multiple greats been knocked out, all types of stuff, right? Regardless of who wins and who loses, both guys are still going to be great to me. They still going to be first ballot Hall of Famers to me, right? I'm going to give both of them they just do, both of them they respect, win, lose, or draw. That's the difference. Like, I ain't with the toxic boxing, right? Like, you can pick who you think going to win, and that's what I'm doing, or who you want to win. In this case, I want Bud to win, but I know it's a really good chance he can lose this fight. You get what I'm saying? I know there's a really good chance that he could lose this fight, but I'm rooting for him, and I'm not rooting for him to the point where if Canelo win, I'm going to just take credit from him and not, you get what I'm saying? Not give him his just due. That's silly. That's not real boxing support, right? Real boxing support is being able to rock with a guy that you think is going to win and you want to win And when he lose, you able to give the opponent, his opponent, the credit that he deserved for beating him, right? There's no way I'm gonna sit up here and build up Crawford as a fighter, and then you know, when he don't win, now it's all you ain't this, you ain't that. Nah, that's not real. You know what I'm saying? You really support these guys. You support them win, lose, or draw. Get what I'm saying? With the consistency that he showed me, man, he's won 41 straight times through what, you know what I'm saying, 4 different weight classes at this point. That shit is impressive. It's nothing less. That's nothing less than great. That's greatness. You know what I mean? They're both four division champions. They're both 2-time undisputed. You get what I'm saying? Half of Terence Crawford fights has been title fights. There's no way that's not great. You know what I mean? Losing to another great don't take away from, you know, what you are as a fighter. It would just mean that Canelo Alvarez was the better man. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford win, it'll just mean that he's the better man. It won't be that, oh, Canelo is somehow not great now because he took a loss to Crawford. Hell no. That's not real, bro. And I hate when people do that. For me, I just like enjoying the sport. It's supposed to be entertainment. It's supposed to be fun. You can get passionate about it, but I'm going to always make sure people get their proper credit as best I can. You know what I'm saying? But teams going to throw in the white top. Anything is possible. Superman, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Anything is possible, but he gonna have to earn that scalp. That's all I'm saying, bro. If he want that scalp, he gonna have to earn it. You get me? You feel me, y'all? He gonna have to work for it, man. Bud Crawford ain't gonna be no easy one, man. I don't think he's gonna go easy at all. I don't think he's gonna go easy. I don't think he's gonna take no beating just laying down. You hear me? Like, he gonna fight and he gonna be smart, I suppose, right? You know what I mean? It's all about the approach and the game plan and what you're able to do physically with the added weight. And from what it looked like, man, with the pictures and everything and videos, it looked like everything coming together. Looked like he peaking at the right time. He looked shredded. You know, I've seen some people saying he looked overtrained. I don't see that. I don't see a guy that look overtrained, not one bit. I see a guy that's put in tremendous work and, you know, didn't cut a single corner, crossed every T, dotted every I, and then some. Like, he doing everything he can to win. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be up to who the best man that night. Skills pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? I hope this fight is epic. I really do. I hope we get a classic. I swear I do. I would love to see a classic with this man being on the right side of history again. It'd be dope. Cut, what it do, homie? He said Canelo's gonna look like the elephant man. I hope he piece him up. Cut, man. I'm telling you. I hope he piece him up. Pictures got these guys panicking, my guy. You hear me? They looking at Bud. They like, that's that snack. He snacked up. He snacked up, and Turkey cheating for him. Like, you get me? They won't stop, bro. They won't. They pissed off out here. You hear me? They are not happy about this shit. You get me? They do not want to see Bud Crawford win, bro. And why else would you continue to go at a guy's character that is giving you, like, he's not even gave you the slightest reason outside of that weak ass Conte angle? I'm just talking about, he ain't gave you no reason to think that he ain't doing it the right way. And like I said, as you get closer to the fight, you hear these panic type of narratives being pushed from, oh, he's on that snack pack. He's snack strong. He got the undetectable. Canelo got to watch out. They both going to be juiced up. Like, why are we doing this, bro? Like, nah, bro. Terence Crawford ain't never been juiced up in no fight. And I'm saying this because it can't be proven at all. So it's like, why we even do that? That's all. Just let it happen. Like, if you think he looking like a dog, just say that. You get me? Instead of saying that, we like, nah, he got to be cheating, man. Look, ain't no way. How he put on his weight that fast? I heard somebody say it the other day. They said, man, Canelo's slowing down while Terence Crawford steady getting faster, stronger, going up in weight. Seems suspicious. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go. It ain't that, man. He working, G. And when you work, you get results straight like that. You feel me? You get those results. Damon, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? The Butcher, what's good? He said, let's be real, blacks look at weights and get swole. What the fuck? I don't know, King One. I don't know about that comment right there. That's a little weird. I don't know what you mean. I don't even talk like that. Blacks, like what is that? I don't even know what that is. We're gonna keep cooking though. Like I said, man, Terence Bud Crawford, man, got people panicking just a little bit, man. Just a bit. And that's why I say, what else would y'all be saying all this stuff for? Why not just live and let live, man? You get me? Canelo, man, don't be mad because he look like that, and Nello don't look like that. Nello ain't convinced y'all that he been putting in the same work. Damn, I forgot to put the picture of Nello up there. He don't look like that. Nello looking pudgy around the midsection, got y'all looking nervous, got y'all out there nervous. They like, man, damn, man. Picked the content and gave him the secret stuff. They, man, he said Bud was trash his last fight, but now he's shaking it in a cup, man. They like, man, yeah, he's slow. He was looking like trash against Majramal. He barely got by him, man. I hear people like Majramal beat him low key. I'm like, what, man? I seen bro in the back, whoever you was, it wouldn't let you connect. I don't know why you never connected, but if you could figure that out, you could come up and chop it up with me. I could feel free to, if y'all want to hit the link is in my community section, bro. 1300 on Buff Crawford. CJ, you know what I mean? Shout out to CJ Rich, my guy. Seven from Cali, say blacks, brown, whites. I'm saying brothers, genetics. You saying they say we hit the weights and get swole? Like, I don't know what you're saying, but I mean, look, I get what you're trying to say, but I try not to frame it that way, right? I don't care. Like, if Bud Crawford could have been shit, white. I don't care. You know what I mean? He's just cold, right? I just like boxing. I know, that's how they look at it, right? A lot of people, and it's a racially driven sport to some degree, but for me, you know what I mean? Oh, you saying, oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. I get you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. GQ, my guy, man. Look, what is we doing on the likes? If you in the building and you rocking with your boy, double tap the screen. Support the build. Put some color in the chat. Hit the Cash App, Super Chat. Hit the like button. Hit the link if you want to come up. Drop a comment. Let me know what's up. We gonna build. Superman was good. What he said. Some people are. I know he's saying we got good genetics. I'm gonna just draw it up. That's what you're trying to say. Tim Layton, what it do? But let's keep building. So look, I told people before, this wasn't all about just packing on weight and just muscle and being stupid about it. He was being smart. Now I think that's what you're saying. And now you're hearing people how they really feel about it. And I've even heard somebody say, man, he looked just like that in the Majramal fight. And I felt like that's a good thing, because if he looked like that, just like this in the Majramal fight, that's cool, because he 2 weight classes up. So if he still look like he right on par, you get what I'm saying? He obviously ain't that super big. He not. He trimmed. Look at the midsection. Now I'm starting to see why Charlo felt like he was going to do better than him. You get what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to feel like I see why he said it. Now I see why. And Charlo, I'm going to play a clip. I'm going to play an old clip, man, a little short video from the post-fight after Charlo fought Canelo, what he said. Some of what he touched on is what Terence Crawford has had. The advantage, the difference in the two is Terence Crawford has, I think he had considerably more time to prepare than what, you get what I'm saying, Charlo did. And I think that could play a factor. Don't mean he'll just win, but it could be a good thing for him. You get what I'm saying? If he's able to do that. So we're going to see. We're going to see. Light-skinned business. What it do, homie? How you feeling? Said Crawford built like me, dude. Going to be strong as well. I'm telling you, Filthy, he's strong, man. He's strong, man. Shout out to Bud Crawford. Shout out to Nello, man. They going to go in there and push each other to the limits, man. That's what I believe, man. This is truly the best fight in the best. You got to appreciate fights like this. The man's still pushing himself to the limit right now. You get what I'm saying? 2025, he's still pushing it to the limit. 37 years old, he's still pushing it to the limit. 41-0, he's still pushing it to the limit. 5 weight classes in, he's still pushing it to the limit. You get what I'm saying? 4 division champion, he's still pushing it to the limit. 3-time lineal, still pushing it to the limit. 2 divisions, undisputed, 140, 147, he's still pushing it to the limit. That shit is different, man. What we seeing is something special, bro. You got to be able to appreciate something like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, for me, I do. But like I said, we're going to play the video, the little short video with Turki speaking to him in the gym that got people feeling like they fixing the fight or whatever. And I ain't going that route, bro. Let's just see a good one. Like I said, I'm so fair. I'm so real. I can speak on both sides, right? There's people out there that's making an argument like, look, man, Canelo's his guy. Canelo got more time in the sport. if he win, he want him to fight Hamza Shiraz. You know Shiraz is his guy, so he trying to get Shiraz that fight. So it's better if Canelo win for Turkey, right? And then you got people saying, well, Crawford is his guy. They're the ones that was holding hands, right? He done went in the gym and told him to deliver the job. He telling Terence Crawford, hey, man, don't retire after this, man. Like, you want to see more from him, right? That's what's going on. It's a lot of that, man. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Jusdueboxing is in the building. And if you in here and you rocking with your boy, that will tap the screen and subscribe to the channel. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's get the likes up. Let's get some color in the chat and let's build. We gonna be here. Charlo knows Bug can fight for real. You do. Lisa, how you feeling, queen? Good to see you. As always, Ron said, dare to be great. You feel me? That's what he doing. You gotta love it. And look, to a crazy degree, like shit, that's a special talent, man. I believe he fighting a generational talent, Canelo is. So to a degree, you know, I get it not from a weight perspective, right? People like, man, that weight is just ain't. I get it, but yo, look at the size, man. It ain't that crazy, bro. Like, bro, dudes ain't, and I don't know, man. I ain't saying shit mean everything, but look, bro. Like, dudes don't be super, super big, bro. Like, I know these is pictures, but these is recent pictures, though. You get what I'm saying? That's what got him panicking, man. That's what got him panicking, because Nello looking a little, you know, a little softer around the midsection. Crawford, that's what got y'all panicking right now. I thought weight and physique don't matter. Why y'all panicking, man? Why y'all panicking, man? Look at them pictures right there. I know they pictures, y'all. I get it, but they recent pictures. They recent pictures. Yeah, he thick, like Crawford said a while ago. And y'all know what I mean when I say thick, body-wise, frame-wise. He's a thicker guy, thicker frame, but he's not super tall. Crawford is longer. Get him saying, fighting at that championship level, very long time. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You get me? She been beating ass, bro. This shit is what's up. That's why they nervous, bro. They like Nello, man. Now y'all feeling like Nello needed a couple more sit-ups in his regimen, huh? Y'all feel like, man, he needed to lay off the shots of tequila. In between fights, what's going on? What's your shot? Y'all nervous? which y'all feeling like, man, why Nello ain't lay off the beer, the Coronas, or whatever it is he like to sip on? You get me? And I'm just joking, by the way, but you do know he do sip in his spare time. But is y'all getting nervous? And let me ask the question to the chat, man. Talk to me. Is Father Time a possibility? Is Father Time, can Father Time pop up in this fight? Right? I know people like, well, Crawford's the older one, but Canelo got way more miles. Canelo got way more wear and tear, right? This would be his 68th fight. This would be Crawford's 42nd. Look at the difference. He doubling the amount of Crawford fights. You get what I'm saying? Damn near doubling. You know what I'm saying, man? He's, man, telling you this shit, Craig got a lot, considerably more fights. Pardon me, not double, but considerably more fights. Crawford at 42, he at 68, bro. Get what I'm saying? Shit different. So it made the best man win, man. It's definitely some wear and tear in NCC. He's what he said. He beefing up Crawford. I don't think he beefed up too much, though, because I don't even think he looked super big. I just think he looked like this acclimation to this weight. And the way he went about it was very intentional. He looked very intentional with the way he went about putting his weight on. And it seemed like he's used that time, you know, accordingly, right? You can see that he's done the right things. And that's why I think it got people feeling like, oh man, they're nervous. They nervous. It's gonna be the lamb this time. PEDs and the beef. You know, the crazy thing, though, he said could be a factor. High mileage, bro. I'm telling you, Father Time is real, Ron. Shout out to you. Appreciate you joining the stream. I'll double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel if you new. We're going to keep going. But, yeah, man, that's all I'm saying. I'm just asking questions. I'm just having fun talking about this fight. We were talking about it all throughout the week. But like I said, every time we get here, it is a different conversation because it's something else being said that wasn't being said the day before. And this one right here, they going crazy with the Turkey's fixing the fight now, man. He's fixing it. He's fixing it. Yeah. Nah, I get that. You know what? Let me tell you this though. NC, a lot of people don't realize that he was able to show receipts as to where he got the tainted meat from. So like he didn't make a baseless claim like most people do and was was unable to provide the proof and the evidence. He was able to do that, Canelo. He was really able to do that. So take it for what you want, right? For what you will. I'm just putting that information out there just in case you didn't know it. You know what I mean? They told him, he provided actual receipts where beef was purchased, where he got some tainted shit from. So you get what I'm saying? He was able to prove that. Whereas most people, when they get in that situation and they ask to do the same thing, prove your innocence, they can't do it. He was able to prove it, but just because it's not allowed at all, he still had to get penalized for it. You get what I'm saying? So that's why he got the 6-month suspension. Then they just moved on. You know what I'm saying? Camden does bang. It's going to be a great fight, but I think Canelo pulls it out. Shout out to Camden, man. You're from Jersey. You reached the right spot because this is a Jersey platform. Shout out to Camden out there, man. Then Mikey and Robert Easter, like you said, solve no abs and beat the brakes off Easter. Now, I know muscles mean nothing, King One. We know that for sure. Physique means nothing. But I think in this particular case, people are a bit, I don't know, uneasy, for a lack of a better term. A bit uneasy with what they seeing, because when you compare the two, and this is recent, then they like, man, one guy looks more, ripped than the other, and he moving up. It's supposed to be the other way around, right? The guy that's been at the weight class is supposed to look like he been there, rather than he acclimated and he looking a little puffy around the midsection. So at the end of the day, man, Canelo gonna work hard for this fight because it's too much on the line, and if he lose this, he's too prideful. He is not going to want to lose to no Terence Crawford, a lightweight, all them years ago, who debuted at lightweight. He's not going to want to lose to that guy. But just in case y'all haven't seen it, let me get the clip up for y'all. I'm going to play it a couple times throughout the stream. Make sure y'all get to see it if y'all didn't already see it. This is the clip where said maybe I had to meet before I uncover the trail. Man, anything is possible, bro. But the one thing that I could say I appreciate, Ron, is the ability to be able to provide some evidence for yourself that proves your case, where it said to them, oh, he didn't intentionally do this. This was consistent with contamination, right? So I respect it. Like, trust me, I rode him hard for that for years, but I never paid attention to that other bit of information that he was able to provide, literal physical proof and receipts. Like, yo, this is where I got X or Y, Z from, and that situation went how I did. Like I said, I just got respect for it because most people in that situation are not even able to do that, provide any type of insight as to what went on. They just be caught and that's it. You get what I'm saying? Joe Quinn, my dog, was good with it. Said TBC all day, rooting for one of the greatest boxers to ever do. Shout out to Fleazy85 STL, man. Yes, sir, man. Listen, we putting that in the energy in the air, bro. We want Terence Crawford to win. And it's not that we hate Canelo Alvarez. We just want him to win. I mean, I'm speaking for me. I want him to win because I feel like he never got his just due as a fighter. I feel like even with all the accolades, with being the undisputed lineal champions, the multiple divisions, being the champion, constantly challenging yourself, being undefeated, fighting with a chip on both shoulders, and always proving to you that he one of the best guys out there, he's not looked at it as that. And inside the boxing space, where you talking about boxers, promoters, and those guys, the peers, they know what's up because real recognize real. They know he cut from that cloth. But it's too many fans that be talking crazy on his name. And me, as a genuine supporter of these men, the sport of boxing, right? This fight for him would literally cement him and solidify all the work he's put in, because this is the tough part about the sport. If he loses, it's going to be like I told you so moment. He wasn't that good. See, he was too little. He was this. He was never that good. But if he win, that forces even the biggest Terence Crawford hater to have to give him his just due. Respectfully, they have to, right? That's why I want to see him win. I think him winning would be great for the sport of boxing, because I don't give a damn what nobody say. Whenever you got a fighter that is talented as he is and that is proving it, as long as he's proven it and still being questioned to this day and being disregarded and kind of trying to push off to the side and undermined, like underrated, nah, this will solidify him completely. This is cement him. Nobody will be able to say shit. You won't be able to take no credit from him. I ain't trying to hear no SNAC strong. I ain't trying to hear no undetectable PDs, Victor Conte. Miss me with all that. That shit gonna be hard work and dedication, man. The same way he been getting it all this time is all I'm saying. I'm going off of shit we can prove. And until I see otherwise, and it's foul play and it's some steroids in the mix, I ain't going there, man. I ain't doing that to that, man. Hell no. Bud Crawford, let's get this. Let's become 3-time undisputed. I'm telling y'all right now, boy, y'all gonna think my last name is Crawford. This man win this fight, bro. I'm telling you, they gonna be like, damn, just do sure his last name, Crawford. Yeah, I'm Crawford. You hear me? You hear me? Crawford. I mean, Canelo definitely might pull it out. It's a really good chance. You know what I mean? Roy said Crawford normal weight is 186. Hey, Roy, talk to him. They don't know. Shh. They think he a little guy. You hear me? Joe Quinn, shout out to my dog, man. Sunchild was good, homie. First fight, Crawford doesn't have to lose weight. A lot of weight. That could be helpful. And the fact that he came from a smaller weight, a lighter weight, Roy, could, if he can maintain and fight with the weight, came from a lighter weight class, he could have that speed advantage. You know what I mean? It could be an advantage there. Who knows, man? We're gonna see. But we gotta see how he performs. So Crush the Legend, my dog, was good with it. Shout out to Motown, my homie. Eric said the fight is fixed. I'm gonna play the clip. Let me get the clip for y'all because they really saying this. You know, look for his great war. I went badly, but I like Canelo too. Just me too. Hey, Ron, I'm with you. I like them both because you know what? We real boxing supporters. And looking at you watch Canelo career for as long as I've been watching him, he's been putting on world-class performances, beating ass too. You know what I mean? I know people, he get criticism for the way he moved now, and I get it. So I speak on both sides of it, but he's still a hell of a fighter. And I think Saturday is going to prove why he's still one of the top guys. Win, lose, or draw, that's still going to be proven. But he got a scrappy guy on his hand. He say we need Canelo to win. I ain't mad at you, Eric. Root for him, man. Root for him. Canelo is dangerous, man. Viva Bud Cabrones. Let me get the clip. Double tap that screen. Subscribe to the channel if you new. Let's keep building, man. Support the grind. Let's get to this, man. Let me play the little clip, though. Man, they got Turk. Turk got people tripping. Turk was like, deliver the job.
Hey, appreciate you. Everything that you done for me. You and Riyadh City. You must the job ain't done yet. Yeah. The job ain't done yet. Yeah. It's Saturday. Deliver the job. But listen, I appreciate the opportunity.
Deliver the job.
No retirement. Let's get it. Yeah.
Look at him. Let's get it. He said no retirement. He want Bud to stick around. So they like that little ass clip got people feeling like, yeah, man, he breaking it up for Bud. That's so crazy to say though. It ain't even that deep. You know, he just Turki a fan at the end of the day, man. And you know he was cool with Crawford, man. But I think he respect both of these dudes. This is why he want this fight. This is why he wanted on his card. He think it's gonna be one of them ones. But it's interesting for him to say, hey, Crawford, don't retire, man. Stick around for a little while. You know? Stick around. Don't retire after this, man. Hey, go out there, beat Canelo. I get it, but that's not fixing the fight. Maybe it could be showing bias to who he want to win the fight. But he said, deliver the job. You know what I'm saying? He's just saying, man, go out there and do your job. You know what I mean? No Tom and Jerry. Go out there and do your job. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a big deal like that, bro. I don't. You know what I mean? I think they reaching, though. I think they reach. I know people ain't too fond of Turki and his ways and how he move, how he talk. I get it. But end of the day, man, the man is, you know, he's still a boxing fan. At the end of the day, just as long as I see a fair fight, wanting both fighters to get a fair shake, because I think when you've you know gave this much to the sport, and that's the least that the boxing can do for you, right? Is make sure and ensure that you get a fair shake. You know what I mean? Make sure that you get treated accordingly. You know what I mean? If you put the work in, if you earn the win, give that man his win. You get what I'm saying? Don't take it from him. Jay Smith, what it do, fam? Jim, what's good? Said Teddy always supports American fighters and usually black fighters. Yeah, I like what he said there. I'm gonna get to that because you know, shout out to my dog Aunt McQueen too, man, because he had made me aware of that. He had sent that to me, so I figured we gonna listen to that as well. What Teddy Atlas had to say, because it's this big conversation about, you know, Terence Crawford and his resume not being good, and you know his resume is trash. And, you know, but Teddy Atlas, who's been around the sport far longer than I have, and a lot of other people have, he said it plain, man. He ain't never seen a jab landed. He ain't never seen a resume land a jab yet, and that's real. You ain't seen it. You ain't seen no resume go out there and fight for nobody. Resumes don't win fights. Resumes don't throw punches. They prepare you for fights. I believe that. They grow you. You get vital and priceless experience in those fights, right? But you still got to perform on the night. They can't win a fight for you. You got to go out there and fight the fight. If y'all understand what I'm saying, bro. You get me? No matter who you beat, you could have beat Godzilla, King Kong, Incredible Hulk, back to back to back. But you get in there with Canelo Alvarez and you don't perform to the level that you did when you fought King Kong, Godzilla, and Incredible Hulk, then you take an L just like any other man. That's why boxing is just like they say in football, any given Sunday, it's any given Saturday in boxing. Anybody could win, anybody could lose. This is why we see these fights. Upsets been a part of the sport since I can remember, right? We see upsets all the time. One of my favorite fighters had one of the biggest upsets in the history of the sport, and Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas, right? We seen upsets. This shit happens. And I'm not saying that he's Buster Douglas or none of that. I'm just saying upsets happen. We got to see fights. We always go in there thinking that, this shit might happen this way. And then we see something different, right? I know many of us can't speak for everybody, but I know many people thought that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford would play out a certain way. And we all was like, for the ones that was rooting or saying Spence, we always prove terribly wrong, right? So it's like, that's just I don't need to see that so many times. Like, he just not a guy you can just say he don't have a chance and count him out and be cool with that. You gotta really get a man his opportunity, because he do. LC was good. Lad definitely beat Canelo and took that last round off. I definitely think he beat him too, LC. I definitely do. Definitely do. Yeah, I like to hear Teddy get these assessments and breakdowns, because they need to be heard from the people. You know what I'm saying? They need to be heard. Y'all double tap that screen, man. Let's keep building, y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Let's get the likes up. Philip Gage, man, shout out to you. He said Crawford. Yeah, let's go, man. Put that Crawford energy in the air, man. Know what I mean? Because I'm rocking Crawford over here. I rock with boxing as a whole, but I'm rocking Crawford over here. You dig? Gabe's go to say, Bud is him. Talk to him. That's another one. Man, shout out to him, man. If y'all, let me know, man. Type it in the chat, man. Who y'all going for, man? Who taking it, man? Who taking this shit to 13, man? Is it Bud? Is it Jim said, I got Nello. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Roy said Spence. Car accident messed up his career. Shell shock Bud would have beaten him anyway. I think Bud would have beaten him anyway, respectfully, because I just think Bud was the better fighter, Roy. So I agree. But shout out to Spence, man. He made some bad decisions, but to still be as accomplished as what he was, what he is very impressive. You know what I'm saying? But one more time for the people, I'm gonna play this clip. Then we're gonna pull up what Teddy Atlas had to say about but tunnel vision. My dog was good with it, bro. Canelo in 6-10. Weight classes matter. I ain't mad at that at all. You know that, bro. Shout out to tunnel vision. But let's get to this. Double tap that screen, y'all. Let's get the light.
Hey, I appreciate you. Everything that you done for me. You and Riyadh City. You must retain it. Yeah. The job ain't done yet. Yeah. And Saturday, deliver the job. But listen, I appreciate the opportunity. No retirement. Let's get it. Yeah.
No retirement. Turkey, like, no retirement. Don't go nowhere, Turk. Don't go nowhere, Budrick. You know what I'm saying, buddy? Budrick, don't go nowhere. We're going to get to the Punch Drunk video, too. Shout out to him, man. He had a little fun. He dressed up like Turkey, and he was playing around, but his jokes is what a lot of people feel, honestly, like about undetectable PEDs, and the reason he looked ripped the way he is. It's like, oh, man, that's crazy. How he look like that? He put on all that weight. He's going to be slow. He's going to be this. He's going to be that. Nah, Bud Crawford going to be on point, I think. I hope, you know. I just want to see a great fight. You know what I mean? The more on point he is, the better the fight going to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you want to see. We cool with Budrick. We cool with Budrick. You know what I'm saying, man? He all right, man. He doing what he need to do. Eric, the hand holding situation, because it received so much scrutiny and like criticism, I just tried to look into it to kind of educate myself. It's like a sign of friendship, partnership, and something like that, a few things like that. If you look it up, you'll find it. Like, now, I'm not saying that you agree with it or you cool with that, right? Because I don't want to hold nobody's hand. It's, you know, my girl would tell you, I don't like holding hands. My hands too sweaty. I got sweaty palms. I don't like holding hands, but I did just want to educate myself just so I ain't be another person out here just talking silly from a place of like just not having no sense, right? And you know, when I looked into it and seen what it was, you know, it was sounding like friendship, partnership, and like them holding women's hands. It's like it's something with their culture, right? And people made it out to be some like, you know, some other stuff that it wasn't. But you know, at the end of the day, I can say like, you know, it caught me off guard too. Like, what the hell is that? But then I went and educated myself. I made peace with it, found out what it symbolized, and just moved on. Like, and I felt like Bud looking at it like, bro, I'm about to go out here and cash in. I'm about to go make this money. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go make this money. This shit, like, you comfortable with yourself as a man. I mean, you just, certain shit ain't gonna move you, right? Now, I'm not saying he was cool with it, but he obviously did it and just kept it pushing. It's just not that big a deal to me. That I ain't gonna overlook. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't gonna overlook into that, right? It's just, it was awkward, right? Seeing it for sure. 100% it was. But the end of the day, man, it's all good. Like, just move on, man. We know Bud is a stand-up dude. He's a man's man. He do shit the right way. It is what it is, man. He just playing nice, man. He doing business. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure I should probably caught him off guard for a second. You never know. I would love for somebody to ask him about that, the handhold. I wonder, did he go look it up and educate himself on what it meant? Shout out to Mr. Chop Top, man. He said, what is Bud? Not really put himself to be a money maker. He's a great fighter, but he's lucky to be getting 10 mil. Shit, he made more than that. And then in this Spence fight, shout out to my bro Justin, man. How you feeling, homie? Hope you good over there, my guy. Ain't KO since 2021. That's a fact, Roy. It's a fact, Caleb Plant. So he got his work cut out for him, man. He got a real scrappy guy. He got a guy that don't know how to lose, man. He don't know how to back down. He damn sure don't know how to lose. And he's always done everything he could to put himself in position to win. Y'all even seen the moment, the one time in the career where they told that man he was dead. What? How? Snapped right out of it. And that man went into another zone and went to work. You hear me? He went to work. But let's keep building, y'all. We're gonna get to this Teddy Atlas, clip, man. We're gonna get to this Teddy Atlas clip. Hey, man, I tell y'all all the time over here on this channel, y'all know I speak on it a lot. You know, I value resumes and I respect them, and I always try to put things in its proper context in regards to a resume and its importance for a fighter in boxing. But I just know it's not the end all be all. I know you can be, you know, you can beat all the top guys. You can run the table and then run into a soft touch. And if you underperform that night, you run the risk of losing just like any other human. You get what I'm saying? You have to perform. That's boxing is that. It's on a nightly basis. You have to continue to have your best night out, because anything less than that could result into a loss. And that's the great thing about boxing. You got to be on your P's and Q's, and the margin for error just be so slim as opposed to any other sport, the team sports where they go out there. You could lose a bunch of games all throughout a season, a football, a basketball season, and it's just not the same as physically getting your ass beat. So just take into account how much pressure is on these guys to constantly perform at an elite level and not look bad, not only not look bad, but get the win while they're doing it. Want to beat Canelo, you got more pressure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Gabe Golded, man. Y'all double tap the screen for me. Let's get the likes up, y'all. Let's build. Man, I know we got some boxing fans in here. And shout out to anybody. If y'all want to come up and click the link and chop it up, go to my community post and click the link. Y'all could come up and chop it up. Feel free. We could build on this, man. Yeah, I want to know what the people think too. You know what I mean? I've been talking about this all throughout the week. Like I said, I just think people are reaching with the you know, with the fixing kind of thing. I didn't get those vibes, man. He just he sounded like he want Bud to still be around longer than just, you know, it's like don't retire. Like, don't retire after this. Like Bud over there, like, let's get it, man. So, you know, I like it, man. I just want to see a really good fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a good one. Like, matter of fact, before I play Teddy Atlas, let me play with Charlo. Yeah, man, because Charlo, man. Let me play what Charlo has said about this. Y'all remember this from Charlo, man. Tell me y'all remember this.
Shit, what a night, you know. I'm on proud of myself. You know, took a chance, jumped out there strong.
Listen
Right
to
off
what
the
he's
gate,
saying this.
Jumped up there with the best, one of the best guys in the division, one of the best guys in boxing. So my head is held high. I am proud of myself. I've done an awesome job for Lions Only and my crew and my team. And I love boxing, so I'm not going nowhere. And, you know, just jump right into it. And, you know, Canelo's a motherfucking beast. You know what I'm saying? He's an ox. You know, maybe I felt that more because of the fact that, you know, this is my first time at that weight division. I wish I could have gained a little bit more weight in between, you know, from the weigh-in to that time, but I can't control my body and I can't, you know, but like God had this already written. And
You see, real quick though, you see what he said right there. Wish you could have put on a little more weight from the time and training came to the fight. I think that's one of the key differences, potentially. Keyword again, we just having a conversation, so I'm just laying everything out there. Terence Crawford, I believe, had more time to acclimate, right, as much as one could without physically actually having to fight at the weight class, right? Whereas, remember, Charlo was coming off an injury, layoff, and filling in for his brother, right? Whereas he had a full training camp, but still didn't have the kind of time that I think Bud Crawford has had to, you know, put the weight on the right way or, you know, get to the optimal weight that he want to be at and then have a real training camp and not just a fat camp worrying about how you going to deal with the weight. Because if you look at the pictures, the recent pictures from Bud, look like he just, you know what I mean? He just flowing. Look like he right where he need to be. Even with the little video with him letting his hands go, look like his body is operating, you know, as smoothly as one could at this point, right? So how that translates over into the fight under the lights is another question, but we're gonna find that out sooner than later.
You know, I'm glad that I was in there with you, you know, to put on the performance for Showtime pay-per-view. Questions?
Hey, Jermel, did you feel like his strength was an issue? Like, you know, he was able to kind of back you up a lot throughout the fight. Was that an issue?
I feel like, you know, you can't just charge at any fighter, you know, like you can't, you know, his power did play an effect, but it wasn't like too dominant to a point where I couldn't come forward, and I should have came forward a little bit more in this fight. But, you know, I'm a human and you get tired, your lateral movement, and, you know, like I said, I felt some of his punches, so it was cool.
And I think you said you weighed about 172 or 173. In your opinion,
See, you see what he said there. He spoke about the power. It's the reason I'm revisiting this. Like, I'm just giving, like, because he was in a similar situation. The relevance to me playing this older post-fight clip is him being in a similar situation as Bud Crawford from going from 54 to the 68. And I'm just highlighting what I believe might be a difference in the two. And then, not for nothing, we did see the comment that Charlo made on IG in terms of him feeling like Crawford is going to do better than him. You get what I'm saying? So he felt like, you know, he said the power wasn't so dominant that he couldn't come forward. He felt like he should have came forward more. My thing was mentality and comfort, man, complacency as well. Some of those things was present in the fight with Charlo's approach. And that's why I think the results was what they was. A lot of people try to make it out to be, oh, he laid down and he was scared. Nah, man, he in his mind, he probably was fully prepared, but the other information that I got from somebody that know some things, like I just don't think he put himself through the kind of training camp needed to have the performance necessary against a guy like Canelo. You get what I'm saying? I just don't think so. And then on top of that, it was proven that he was more than he anticipated once he got in there. So it was like one of them situations where it was too late.
I mean, what would have been optimal if you could have, you know, gotten a little heavier? How much more would have made a difference?
Maybe 5 pounds, possibly more. You know what I mean? I just felt his, you know, the same strength that he normally have. You know, like what we usually see. Like I said, I was testing myself in there, so, you know, that is. Thank you.
Question.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and one of the things was the timing in which Charlo fought him. Like, it's very interesting. Like, I wonder how a Jermell Charlo, and maybe y'all don't care, but I'm just curious because I love boxing, bro. He boxed a different way under Ronnie Shields. That's the fact. He boxed a much different way under Ronnie Shields. He relied more on the boxing. Seemed like under Derrick James, and respected Derrick James. He gave him the confidence that he considered himself a knockout puncher. When you start relying on your power and then you get in a situation where your power is not bailing you out, you get what I'm saying? He kind of then wasn't able to then go and rely again on the boxing because he already kind of tweaked his style to be a certain way. So he was conditioned to fight a certain way. And at 54, those shots that he typically land on people have an effect. He could change the fight with his power at 54. At 68, it's just not the same approach. With Terence Crawford, I don't think he going in here like, oh, I got to knock Canelo out. I'm a knockout artist, baby. Like, he ain't off that. He going to go in there and try to box. I think that's the difference, and having adequate time to try to acclimate, like I said, as much as one could without actually physically fighting at the weight class. Like this, I think that could be a difference. Shout out to Tony. What's good with it, fam?
I can't see.
Stand by.
Y'all double tap that screen for your boys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Let's build. I hate that noise, man. Pardon me. That's
what's up, brother?
video,
Congratulations on just being a part of this big event. In the 7th round, you got hit with a big shot, and you didn't initially go down. It looked like you took a knee. I kind of wanted to know what in that moment, like, was it you got stung and you were trying to clear your head? What happened in that moment for you?
Real quick, shout out to Lester Stevens. He said he was better under Shields. He got with James, became a one-dimensional fighter. Hey, Lester, talk to me, fam. Appreciate you coming through, man. Y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel. Hey, you feel me? He relied on that boxing more, right? You get me? And still had, he could still get you out of there if need be. But it was mentality. He going in there like, it posted like I'm going in there. And I ain't saying he thought Canelo was a 54-pounder, but you get what I'm saying? Like, mentality-wise, I'm a puncher. I could go in here and hurt him. Remember, he was saying shit like, yo, I'm stronger than Canelo. I probably hit harder than him. I'm like, I don't think you need to be focusing on that. You need technique, skill, game plan, strategy. You need a game box this dude because he got an iron chin, and you not having the time that one would need and coming off an injury, jumping the weight. It's a lot to overcome. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree, man. He relied on that boxing more under Shields, bro. And he was tweaked under Derrick James, and it makes him, that it works with Derrick James. Tweak is smart because it worked at 54, just not at 68. You get me? He needed that Ronnie Shields school and that boxing that he used to do, man. I'm sorry, he used to box his ass off under Ronnie. You get me? Crawford's a dog. I'm looking forward to the fight. Canelo's big, but Crawford is different. His heart could be his downfall. However, I still got Crawford. Shout out to Brad, man. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I think he's going to be smart with the way he moved, man. Shout out to the mods, man. Y'all double tap the screen in here, man. And shout out to the channel members. We're going to keep building. It's only a little bit more of this, y'all. I just wanted to make a point with this video.
Feeling, like a woozy shot, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one always giving them. And so, yeah, I knew best. I watched boxing and been a part of it so long that, if I would have just jumped out there, I would have kind of embarrassed myself. So, or shit could have been different. But I was smart enough to regroup, recover, and I recovered really fast. Probably could have stayed up or whatever, but I'd have just been fighting, trying to clear my head and still be getting headshots.
Were you really hurting that moment? You came back and you threw a hook right after that seemed to land pretty good. You feel like you were still in the moment, like you were fine after that moment?
Correct. Yeah, I was good. I get back up and nothing. I got my eyes back up. Get back up and.
And shout out to Charlo. He was pretty honest right there with his assessment and what he was saying. See, I just wanted to make a quick point with that, right? That's just a former Canelo opponent, but not just any former Canelo opponent. It's one that received a lot of scrutiny and criticism for the way he behaved and attempted to fight Canelo in this fight. And he jumped from 54 to 68. Crawford's essentially doing the same thing. They feel like Crawford is in over his head. Many felt like that about Charlo. I just think the difference might be mentality. I think Bud Crawford is more creative. I think at the welterweight, his knockouts was a result of skill set, catching guys with shots they don't see, as opposed to chasing a knockout and going for it. And he even said it in the interview that I played recently, that he don't look for the knockouts. Don't even be knowing. He just catch a person with a shot, knock him down. He know when the knockout is about to come, but as far as knocking guys down, it's just something that end up happening through the course of a fight. You get what I'm saying? With him landing the right shot. So I like the way he explained that. And telling you, it's just approach, mentality, and creativity on Crawford's part, versatility. I don't think he going in here feeling like, oh shit, I'm a knockout artist. I'm gonna just come here and I'm gonna knock this guy out. Nah, it ain't that. He like, bro, I got boxes, dude. I know he got a hell of a chin, but I know if I catch him the right way and he hurt, I'll take the opportunity. But I know the game plan for Terence Crawford, like the mission is to win. He want to win this damn fight. How do you win this fight? Don't limit yourself. Don't come in there with no one-dimensional, one-track train of thought. Come in there understanding that this is going to be a tough fight, like he already alluded to. Come in there feeling like this is going to be the best Canelo Alvarez that ever been in boxing, and prepare for that guy. Bomax is a master game planner, I believe, and Terence Crawford is the master executing the game plan. I want to see them work in unison, craft the game plan that dethrones Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso. Credit to them because they have a really, really good chance at winning. And I know it's possible, but I'm gonna rock with the underdog on this one. Behind the Hands TV, my bro, man. So I think we Undisputed was achieved. The hunger for improvement was gone. The objective became the bag. Yeah, man. I think you're right too. I think you're right, bro. I think you're right, Behind the Hands, and that could possibly come up too. You know what I mean? About to stop Canelo with counter liver shot, but has way more tools than Jamel. I think he got more tools too, Lester. More creativity as well. I mean, versatility, creativity, tools, however you want to frame it, I'm with you. And that has to be part of his game plan, Lester. He got to beat his body up. Got to beat his body up. Shout out to Tony, man. He said, Bud looking like big. I've been rooting for Bud. I believe he has a better chance now than ever. I'm telling you, Justin, I'm with you, bro. It could happen. Can't wait. Hope Bud meets Khan in the Shadow Realm. Damn, King. King want to see Bud visit the Shadow Realm, man. That's messed up, G. But it's all love. It's all good. It's just boxing. You don't got to root for one guy just because I am. Rock with who you rock with. That's why we here to have a conversation, man. Tell me how y'all feel. I just feel like this is going to be a good one. Jose said, what tools does he have that Canelo doesn't? For me, I just think it's creativity, Jose, and approach, right? Canelo got a bag of his own. He got some tools, but I think Bud is more creative than Canelo, right? I think he could be more surgical. I think Canelo's approach could be a bit vanilla or lazy at times, right? We've seen like no knock on him. We just talking boxing. His effort against William Scole was piss poor. You get what I'm saying? Effort was piss poor, and that can't happen against a Bud Crawford. You can't put up an effort like that. You can't come out there fighting like you expect the guy to be still. So I don't think it's a lack of tools on Canelo's side. It might be a lack of creativity from his approach, right? Like he's a guy that got a pretty good jab and he knows how to throw it. You know he do. There was 68, damn near 70 fights. You know he know how to throw a jab, but he'll limit himself on how much he used the jab, and then he'll load up on hooks and uppercuts. If you ever heard Dimitri Bivol explain and break down how Canelo fights, it's what he said he do. Just that he load up on shots. And he was like, it's kind of predictable. He could see the shots coming. This is coming directly from an opponent that fought him and talked about his approach and the lack of creativity with it. So he was able to just weather the storms, let him punch on his arms a bit. Then he said after a few rounds, he was like the punching power kind of dissipated a little bit because he was putting so much into it early and he kind of blew a bit of his load. So it was easier to maintain and boxing. So just think about that. I'm not saying Bud is Bivol, not at all. Not the same fighter, not the same physical body, none of that. It's not the same guy. But I'm just saying, in terms of approach, I'm on to something. I ain't just, knocking him. This is coming directly from somebody that fought him. And that's what he was criticizing, the way he went about trying to beat him. Like he wasn't systematically trying to break Bivol down. He was just trying to punch through him. And that shit just wasn't working, right? He just tried to load up big hooks. And he love his uppercut and shit like that. He go to the body really well. Don't mistake that. Canelo goes to the body very well, but he's been like I pointed this out before. If you ever seen the way that he works out on that aqua bag when he be punching that bag, he be coming there loading up hooks, big hooks, uppercuts, boom, 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 and he'll move out the way and another one will come behind him. Like that approach sometimes is what he takes into the fight because they say you fight how you train. So he trains that way. It's like a drill that they do on the back, on that aqua bag, and it'd be like a line of them. He'll come blast the aqua bag with big shots. Notice it'll be no presence of the jab. That's what I noticed. And then when you get into a fight, you see that it's like muscle memory. He'll get in there and do the same thing that he's been doing in the training. Now, I don't know if he's going to put it all together against Crawford and come out there jabbing and surprise us and stick to it and be more surgical. I don't know, but it would be wise for him to be more surgical than with that same approach that he's been taking with some of these guys, just trying to get in there. He'll shoot some jabs, but he'll get away from it. And then he'll be trying to snipe you with hooks. You get what I'm saying? Coming behind that high guard, good body shots. He's really good at punching you to the body. Then he'll try to split your guard with an uppercut when you in close. He got tools, bro. He got tools. He know how to fight. He got a wealth of experience. Been in there with a lot of people. He's been fighting since he was 15. The man can go. But I think the creativity is still on the side of Bud. You know what I'm saying? I still do. Say just as possible. The reason that we don't see a ton of creativity from Canelo in his last fight throughout his career is most of his opponents are not forcing him to show his creativity. It could be a bit of that, but sometimes I'm a believer, and just because they ain't making you do it don't mean you ain't got to do it, right? You know, he has I think it's just comfort, and I think it's comfort. It's comfort, and maybe them not forcing him as well, making him uncomfortable enough to go in that bag, you know? Could be arrogance, complacency on his behalf, a number of different things, right? But I just know that when Canelo puts it all together, he's a lot more to deal with. You know what I mean? It's when there's a more consistent, or when there was a more consistent presence of the jab, that automatically makes him tougher to deal with. Because if you can land with a jab, and you can land with anything else, and you keep something on somebody's mind, and he got a pretty heavy jab too. It ain't just a scoring or I'm gonna touch you jab. Canelo jab you, he consistently jab you. I'm pretty sure he can swell you up, bust a nose, lip. You know what I'm saying? Have you looking crazy? So it's just his approach to me. You know what I'm saying? That and his willingness not to push it, right? Like he's comfortable in his spot. So again, they say it's hard to get up when you've been sleeping on silk pajamas, silk sheets. So, you know, this dude done showed up in pajamas and press conferences and shit like that. So you never know, man. Kind of crushed that. Why wasn't Terence able to dominate the last fight with Madrimov? Shit, I mean, shit, it could be a number of things. Madrimov a little tricky, but I think the fight was pretty convincing to me. I just did, you know, jumped up. Fought a guy that's a bit tricky, you know what I'm saying, with his approach, but he showed way more tools than Madrimov, and he reduced Madrimov to a one-handed fighter. You know what I mean? Major League said, do you believe that Canelo has been cruising through fights since he's been able to score knockdowns early? Yeah, 100% Major League. I'll be speaking on that. I think what he likes to do early is kind of tame you, right? I think he like to catch you with something that gains your respect and or drops you. He puts you down, then he kind of lets you know. That's him putting you in check. Like, all right, look, I can hurt you. And then after that, I think he kind of cruises and coasts through the rounds, right? Just knowing that he's going to beat you. I mean, look, whether you believe it or not, he pretty much admitted that in the Jaime Munguia fight. They asked him, did you kind of carry him? And he admitted, he said, yeah. He said, like, he carried him. Now, that could be BS. But the fact that he said it, hey, you get me? So, I don't know. I don't know, man, but that's what I think about him, man. He definitely like the coast, because once he gets you hurt, it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Now I checked you a little bit, so, you know what I mean? Just pay the people in Shakur, but his defense is crazy. Yeah, they all the time, Roy, all the time. Big hate on my guy. I'm ready, prepared to be amazed as Errol Spence, the boxing prodigy, pushes boundaries of human potential with the revolution Neuralink implant. Valid Thor, what's good, fam? Y'all double tap that screen, subscribe to the channel. Y'all, let's keep building, man. Let's keep building. So when Canelo is hyped, he's dangerous. Canelo dangerous, period, man. Anytime he in the ring after a training camp, that man is dangerous. Canelo ain't nothing to play with. He ain't no slouch. He ain't nobody, somebody to just overlook or none of that. You know what I'm saying? He a dog, bro. He a dog. That's why people are feeling like this is a really dangerous fight for Bud, but it just is what it is, man. Like, dare to be great. You know what I'm saying? Dare to be great. Vargas Jr. sleeping Walsh. He might, but let's keep rolling, man. Real quick. Major League, he said, I don't think he's hyped for Bud. He's just a dog in general. Yeah, I think he is. I think he up for it. Shout out to the Professor Ant McQueen, my guy. Man, he said, what I think of Yarn Benavidez? Really good fight, man. Really good fight. Benavidez, I mean, Yard got the power to put you away if he catch you, but he got gas tank issues. I feel like anybody with gas tank issues, as the fight goes on, Benavidez eventually pretty much should drown you, take you in deep waters, drown you. If he don't stop you, he's gonna put a nice beat on you. So Yard got his work out. Yard got his work cut out. I think it'll be a really interesting fight early, but I think if Yard don't make something shake, if he don't land something of significance early, and he allows Benavidez to work, and he slow down, it's gonna be trouble for him. It's gonna be really hard to overcome the situation. Nobody with gas tank issues need to be in the ring with Benavidez, yo. It's gonna usually result to something bad for you. Just want to make sure we get this on. Shout out to Teddy Atlas for this breakdown, man. This is a good breakdown, man. Y'all double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, support the build, man. Let's get to this.
I would say he passes the eye test. Yeah, I would say the resume is the resume. He passes the eye test. Everyone he's been in there, he's won. He's won convincingly. I know with the Matrimore fight, people want him to win bigger. It was his first time stepping up in weight to 154, and it was a guy with 300 amateur fights. Only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights, you know, with the best international fighters in the world.
And that's what people don't get. I get it. Madrimov didn't have the pro experience, so bro asked why wasn't he able to dominate him, moving up in weight. Madrimov got a bit of trickiness to him, right? The amateur experience that he had, maybe not had in the pros, but that should account for something, right? He knows how to box, but he got reduced to a one-hand fighter, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So maybe it wasn't typical Terence Crawford domination, but he still won that fight convincingly.
He had a very deliberate style, a very distinct style, a very awkward style in its own way. So people don't look at that. They don't look at the things, obviously, that I'm looking at, being a trainer, being in the business of boxing my whole life, 50 years of it. So I'm not disputing that Canelo has a better resume. I'm not disputing that. That's not disputable. He does. But I've picked and I've seen through the history of this sport, many fighters beat other fighters that had better resumes than them.
Talk about it, Teddy.
You know, it comes down to styles, and it comes down to how consistent you are in that in the areas you need to be consistent with the talents you have and how you put those talents forward versus the other guy's talents. I think that Crawford will deal with the bigger man with his timing, with his legs. I know he's 37 years old, but he's not a used up. I used the analogy earlier of a car. You know, this ain't a car with a lot of miles on the odometer, buddy. You know, but it's not. I know he's 37 years old, but this is like going and looking at one of those vintage classic cars, you know, and you look at it and you say, oh, I love that car, man, but it must have I don't know, and the motor must be getting old.
This is just an intelligent, like, perspective. It don't mean it's not a right or wrong thing. It's not a agree or disagree. This is coming from a place, like, you know what I'm saying? He basing it. He going somewhere with this, right? He ain't just talking out his ass. This is real. Like, Bud don't have the same miles that Canelo has on the body physically. Yeah, he might be older in age, but that doesn't determine, you get what I'm saying? You being old in boxing as much as the mileage and the wear and tear on the body do, right? That shit matter more than the number that you are in terms of your age, in my opinion.
This must be getting old. And then the guy says, no. It hasn't been
Canelo,
on the road
crazy
that many
resume,
times.
A lot of wars.
I've kept it in
like,
good condition in the garage. I've never taken it on a lot of tough drives. You know, I've never gone crazy and started driving in, you know, into terrain that would wear it out. And then you say, oh, okay, even though it's an old car, it's a fresh old car. You know, it's not used up. And that's how I look at.
What they say about them older cars that you took care of, right? They do you good, right? They last a long time and perform at a high level, right, for you, right? That's what I like this analogy. I like where you're going. That's why I played the shout out to
Crawford, really?
My God,
to those same kind of lens where, yeah, he's 37 years old. He's not used up. He hasn't been in a million wars. He takes care of himself. He lives the right life. He's a family man. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not saying it can't show up. You never know when Father Time's going to show up. But I'm not going in there saying I'm really worried about that. In some ways, I might say I'm more worried about Canelo getting old, even though he's a couple years younger. He's 3 years younger. I'd be more concerned about him getting old because he has had 67 or 66 fights, whatever that number is. I'd be more concerned about that because I don't judge, and the old timers didn't either, fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way. I judge their age that way. So that way, I'm looking at the opposite of most people. I'm looking at Canelo maybe getting, you never know when he's going to get old all of a sudden in the ring. And again, the resume, I get it. I'll say it again for all my beautiful Mexican fans out there, and you guys are great. Canelo's got the better resume, but the resumes ain't fighting each other. The fighters are.
Right.
the fighters are getting in there and fighting, not the resumes. I haven't seen a resume throw jab yet. Have you, bud? You've been around with me your whole life. Have you seen a resume throw jab? No, I don't think so. So everyone Crawford has been put in with, he's beaten. That I know. And
that's impressive. That's what people don't get. Yeah, I get everybody ain't this super world beater in the pound for pound level talent that he beat. But that shit, winning 41 fights in a row with the amount of accolades, with the history that he got, that ain't shit easy about what he done. But people undermined it because they think your names just make it all. Nah, man. When he retired and you see so many people that got promising futures and don't reach nearly the level of success he had, you're going to see just how rare of a fighter he is when he retired. Watch. He won them. When he retired, people going to be like, damn, Crawford really was one of them ones.
Smart he is. I know how talented he is. I know how special he is. That there are certain qualities he has that I'm banking on that are not the qualities that you can really put on paper. They're not the qualities that there's a real metric for. That on paper, speed, power, elusiveness, legs. No, there's other talents, other qualities, and he has those.
Yeah, and that leads me to.
Damn, and I agree with Teddy right there, man. That's a hell of an assessment, bro, that he's making on Crawford, man. It's talking about the mileage on the odometer being an older but fresher car, right? You know what I mean? You know what they speak about cars when you do the right things, when you keep them in mint condition. He one of them. He ain't no broken down has-been and none of that. So I think that's going to make for a really good fight. Whereas the counterpart of Canelo Alvarez is a guy that got a lot more miles on the body. The knees, the elbows, the joints, right? Punches, wear and tear, all the training camps, the miles, right? Running, the road work, all of that shit do add up, you know what I mean? But Crawford is older than him, so at what point do anybody, you get what I'm saying? Do Father Time show up on either side at this point? You get what I'm saying? So we'll find out. I'm on StreamYard right now, Jim. King. I'm on StreamYard.
One thing I want to ask you, talking about qualities, one of the special qualities of Terence Crawford is his ability to switch hit. You said it in the past, the best switch hitter since Joe DiMaggio, right? And I bring that up because...
Mickey Mantle.
Since Mickey Mantle, I'm sorry. I'm thinking the
Mickey
Yankees
Mantle.
is the Mick.
Talk to him, Teddy.
As I think of this
you already
fight,
know, man. Shout out to you. The link is in my community section for you.
Is there going to be any surprises from Crawford's end? And where I'm going with this is he switches a lot. Is he better at lefty? Is he better at righty? But does he come into this fight as purely maybe a southpaw? Do you do something drastic? And the reason why I say that is Canelo struggled versus southpaws. He struggled versus Lara many years ago. He struggled against Billy Joe Saunders before getting the stoppage and breaking his orbital bone. And he hasn't fought a southpaw in his last 4 fights now since John Ryder. Is that something that Crawford's camp you think will be thinking about doing, or?
That's a really interesting point as far as the southpaw angle and how it would affect Canelo, being that he ain't been in there with a southpaw in his last several fights. You know what I mean? And John Ryder, although a big guy physically, he's able to get some shots in there on Bud Crawford. On Canelo as well. Had his nose lit up red like a damn Christmas tree, but. I don't know. It's an interesting angle to see how he prepares and how he handles, Bud being in southpaw.
You take him away from the great Crawford, and you allow him to go do what he does and beat to his own drum.
So you let him do what he does. You let this guy.
Hey, before breaking that orbital, right? He broke that joint.
He's a scientist. He's a genius. He is, and all the great ones are in their own right. And you let him do what he does. He will get a good. Just a good designed strategic fight plan, a basis, an overview given to him by Bo Mack and the other two guys that are in the camp training. He's got 3 people around him he trusts that train, and they do a great job. I'll say it again. So does Canelo's men, of course, but I'm talking right now about Crawford. They do a great job. I have never seen them not have one of their fighters.
Oh shit! Give me a second, y'all. Y'all double tap that screen, man. Hit that like button, sub to the channel, y'all. Let's keep going. I like this. I like this breakdown from Teddy Atlas, man. This joint was spot on. Spot on. Really good assessment, man. Good to hear a different perspective for once on something like rather than somebody, being overly critical of the resume and saying what it is. You know what I'm saying? He giving it like the other side that people don't want to speak to because they just make a point. So, like I said, like he said, man, he hasn't seen the resume get in there and go a jab yet. You get what I'm saying? Land the jab yet. You know what I mean? That's real. They just don't win fights alone. That's all I'm saying. So, although they prepare you, I think, for the next challenge and things like that, but you still gotta fight. You still gotta perform. You gotta. You know what I'm saying? From camp to camp, you got to be on point.
In their own right. And you let him do what he does. He will get a good designed strategic fight plan, a basis, an overview given to him by Bo Mack and the other 2 guys that are in the camp training. He's got 3 people around him he trusts that train, and they do a great job. I'll say it again. So does Canelo's men, of course. But I'm talking right now about Crawford.
Appreciate you,
they do
CJ.
a great job. I have never seen them not have one of their fighters prepared for the right strategy. That's important. I've seen plenty of fighters go in there. Good fighters.
And that's what I've been saying the longest about the strategy and preparation. Bo Mack is really, really good at that. Terence Crawford, really, really good at being prepared and then executing the game plan to get the win. So all that man do is know how to win. You know what I'm saying? So if he lose, Canelo gonna have to show him how to lose because he ain't going easy is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bo Mack for being one of the, pillars in this joint.
And they didn't have the right strategy. I was like, what the? You didn't know who you were fighting? You didn't look at tape? Somebody didn't tell you? You didn't know the guy does this? It's like you're finding it out for the first time. And it's showing. But never, ever with the Crawford team. They always have, I'm not just talking about their top guy, Crawford, all their fighters, they always have them with the right fight plan. Always.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say that about too many people in this business, I'll be honest. So I have no doubt they will do what they've always done. They will have a fight plan that they think makes sense, that will be figured out, and they've been doing in the gym, going over it in the gym. But then they will have plan B. And plan B will be, hey, champ, go do what you got to do. Go do what you got to do, champ. Because they trust them, because they know that's one of the qualities that you can't put on paper that I was alluding to Earl, I'm so glad we're having this conversation and it's with you. And that you're opening me up to bringing out stuff that I wouldn't have brought out otherwise, to be honest. But one of those qualities is his IQ, Crawford being him, his IQ and his instincts. I'm going to make a real strong statement. First of all, I think he's the greatest switch hitter I've ever seen in boxing. I mean,
greatest switch hitter he's ever seen in boxing. Talk about high praise. Talk to him, Teddy.
Pretty damn good too. There's been a few really good ones, but he might be the best switch hitter I've ever seen in this sport. And number two, he has as good. I'm not going to say the greatest because there was so many great fighters, and I had the pleasure of seeing them, if not in person, on film, up at Custom Models with Jim Jacobs and Bill Caton's great film collection, biggest film collection in the world, Big Fights, Inc. But he has as good instincts as any fighter I've ever seen. That's the qualities. And I'm glad you made me come out with this.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Teddy, man. That's how Ant McQueen do, man. You can make you raise your level, man. You can bring out some extra shit that you wasn't going to. This is a good breakdown. I like this perspective that he got on Terence Crawford in this fight. He don't have to be right. It's not about being right or wrong. It just I could understand where he's coming from, man. He right, man. This dude got some really good.
That's the qualities that I'm betting on. That people don't see. They see a smaller guy. They see a guy they think didn't do as good as he should have done with Matrimor.
Yeah, Jose, man. I don't know, man. I think this conversation might have went over your head, bro. This might have went over your head. They made the same resume bullshit talk and talked about his opponents. And even Spence fell into it, said he ain't fought nobody. And then when he fought him, how did that look? So while we still talking about this conversation probably going over your head, bro, because Teddy Atlas got a really good, interesting perspective, and he's speaking a much different way. So this shit make a lot more sense than sitting up here keep trying to, all your opponents is subpar. That's why you look amazing. That's what's wrong with boxing right there. We don't know how to give credit where it's due. So you telling me the only reason Terence Crawford is where he at is because he ain't fought nobody, right? That's what's wrong with boxing. Because they'll sell you that bullshit and then we'll start repeating it. You get what I'm saying? Well, somebody should have beat him by now. Like that shit, all that repeating the same stuff, Spence damage goods, like who cares? At the end of the day, that dude was a 3-belt unified champion. Like how was that Terence Crawford fault? He beat who he was supposed to beat at welterweight, even the number one guy there outside of himself, and people still discredit him. Well, all the history on his side, the only thing you could talk about of his opponents is this, his opponents is that. This is why I played this. This is for people like you that need to pay attention, bro. Resumes don't throw punches. They don't win fights. They prepare you for fights, but they don't win you fights alone. You got to win. You got to get in there and fight. You know what I'm saying? So miss me with that. Shout out to my bro Dante.
In their mind, because they don't know what they don't
Bud
know.
is better than Spence. And he would have beat him regardless of the accident.
I see that.
I think because he's just better than him.
I see that.
It's okay to say that.
I think Canelo, before the night is over, is going to see it. And I'm taking nothing away from Canelo. It's going to be a very, very, interesting fight.
Very interesting fight, man. Really good, man. That was a hell of a breakdown from Teddy Atlas, man. I like that joint right there, man. Let me know if my audio is good, y'all. If my audio now, I might need to come out and go back in. But that was a really good breakdown, man. I like how he spoke on that, and he made sure before he ended, he made sure, this is going to be a hell of a fight. Canelo's a hell of a fighter, but he just breathed life into Terence Crawford, and that's cool. Like, that's what I like to hear. And not everybody want to pick and go the same way. Now, I'm still a fan. I'm still a supporter of Spence, regardless. Like, people make mistakes in their life, right? Like that, him getting into a car accident ain't enough reason to not rock with him, right? If he was like, now he took somebody with him and, took a life, then maybe I could see people looking at him a certain way. But at least it was, really just him that was affected by the situation for the most part. But just made a mistake and he got right since. You know what I'm saying? He kind of corrected it. So, I mean, that's sometimes that's the most you can do. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out and try to, be better, and that's what he did. So I still support Spence, still a supporter, still rock with him. Past Nation, resumes don't win you fights, but resume prepare you for the fight. Yeah, I don't know when you came in, Past Nation. I said that. I just said that same exact thing. I said that same exact thing. It could prepare you for the fights, but you still have to execute on that fight night, right? I got this saying, you could beat King Kong, Godzilla, and the Hulk, right? And then you can get in there with a Canelo or a Terence Crawford. But if you don't perform up to par or up to standard, you can get your ass beat. You get me? Shout out to Past Nation. We on the same page, bro. We on the same exact page because I said that same exact thing. You get what I'm saying? Definitely prepare you for the fights. What I'm trying to say is resumes do matter, but they're not the end-all, be-all. Get what I'm saying? They're not the only reason that you'll win the fight. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It'll prepare you because think about it. That's how they was trying to, well, most people was making their pick from Earl and Bud based off their resumes. He ain't fought nobody. Like, we hear that a lot. We hear fighters say that to each other a lot and then go out there and lose to somebody that they said ain't fought nobody. So, you know, anything can happen on any given Saturday, right? On any given Saturday, anything can happen. So what Teddy Atlas was hitting on was spot on, I believe, right? I think he said a lot of good things in there, and he gave he gave Bud Crawford his just due. I like to hear people get their just due, and I like to hear a different perspective. And like I said, a lot of people are looking at this a number of different ways. Some are just focused on weight. You get what I'm saying? Some are like, well, Terence Crawford is the weight, and he's too old, and his resume's not good, you know, but shit, some could argue about the resume of Canelo as of late, right? You fighting very inexperienced young guys, right? With good resume, well, not good resumes, good KO percentages, right? Jaime Munguia that he ain't fought a bunch of crazy world beaters. But you get what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody overanalyzing his resume when he fought him. Edgar Berlanga fought less people than Jaime Munguia did. And when he got in there, people weren't overanalyzing his resume. You get what I'm saying? But with Bud Crawford, even with him being far more proven than any of these guys and having similar accolades to a Canelo Alvarez, being a 4-division champion, 2-time undisputed, but in 2 different weight classes, people still don't respect it. They're like, nah, yeah. The only reason you achieved all that is just because, you know, everybody you fought was not good. You didn't fight not one good fighter. Like, you know how ignorant that sounds. You know how crazy that sounds. That's no way you could be a boxing supporter talking like that and discredit all the man wins. And that way of thinking is exactly why I'm here today. And I'm going to keep saying it. Rooting for him to win. It's nothing against Canelo. It's strictly against the boxing fans that have been dragging this man through the mud, whether it's he snack strong, he got the undetectable PEDs, and like, watch, we're going to get into a shout out to Punch Drunk. He did a video talking about undetectable PEDs. Now, he joking, but it's how a lot of people feel. And they say, they go around it, and it's ridiculous, man. Like, that's why I say, man, greatness. If he was just so like average, because that's basically what people say, he's not that good, he's not that great. If he was just so regular, why ain't everybody doing what he doing? Why ain't everybody 41-0? Why ain't everybody 4-division champions and 2-time undisputed then? Why is that not the case? You get what I'm saying? Why? Let me get to this. Where is this at? At some point, we got to look at boxing and learn to give people the credit that they deserve. I'm gonna exit out and come back in and see if it fixed the issue. I don't got my microphone in, so that could be the issue too. But give me 1 second, y'all. Double tap that screen, man. Hit that like button, man. Sub to the channel, and keep rocking with your boy. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. All right, we back, y'all. Hopefully the problem is situated. I hope. Do I ever watch OTX boxing? Yeah, Abdullah Mason is nice. Yeah, I just had Breon Gorham up here. He's an OTX fighter. I had him and Elijah Pierce. Anthony, you might want to go. I mean, Tony, you might want to go check out the channel. I interviewed both of them OTX fighters. Kermel Moton could be the future if he's moved accordingly. He is, you know, considered the future of the sport.
What Thunder doing? Let's call him.
Appreciate you. Yeah, but this was punch drunk right here. And look, he joking, but this is what a lot of people feel. And pardon me, if it's cracking, it's probably because of my signal. It's been raining, so bear with me, y'all. But we still gonna get this build in. Make sure you double tap the screen, sub to the channel, turn the notifications on, and support the grind. Let's keep going.
Victor, are you up?
This boy is a fool.
Get up. Need to speak to you right quick. How's training?
Man,
did you give my Chocolate Thunder their best performance and undetected performance enhancing drugs you could find? Did you give it to him? Did you create what I told you to create? Just make sure come fight night I want my Chocolate Thunder to look like their black terminator. Do you understand, Victor?
Yeah, see, you call him Chocolate Thunder. You want him to get the undetectable. Now, look, he's just having fun. Of course, I don't think, you know, some people could say it is what it is. But as far as the Turkey thing, I know comedy, but shit, it hit different when you're not a comedian full time and you do shit like this. It could rub people the wrong way. But as far as what he's saying, I know he's just having a little laugh at it. And, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, you got to be able to deal with that backlash if it comes for doing stuff like this. But yeah, I like OTX. I like the extra
well, right? Do you understand me, Victor?
Justice, what's good with a fan? Yeah,
I want you to create the snacks of all snacks. All right? I want my I'm showing their photo. Hold on, Victor. Are you listening on? I don't care about Devin Haney right now. I'm talking about my Chocolate Thunder, all right? I don't care. Give me a second. Let me show the people that for the guy that I want to look. I want my butt to look like the black Terminator. Hold on. Victor, do you see the photo on the screen? I want my Chocolate Thunder to look bigger than this. Do you understand me? All right? You have 8 more days to go. I believe 8 more days to under 2 weeks, all right?
This man is a fool.
Or 9. I want my Chocolate Thunder to look like the black Terminator. I don't want him like the Rock, all right? Victor Conte, do your job, all right? Victor, did you see what I see, motherfucker? Victor, did you see the picture? Do you know that Canelo Alvarez is training with Puss in Boots? Do you know that? All right. So you know what to do. I want you to ramp up the snack, all right? I want you to create the greatest snack there is, all right? Do you understand me, Victor Content? Do you understand me? I want you to create the greatest snacks of all snacks, the greatest undetected PDs known to man. Do you understand me, Victor? Because he's training with Puss in Boots. Do you understand? Make sure he does not pop dirty, all right? Also, your roll that cinnamon bun is with Eddie Reynoso and everybody is popping dirty, all right? So I want you to create the greatest snacks of all snacks, all right? Do you understand me, Victor Conte? Do you understand me? I want my Chocolate Thunder to look like the Black Terminator in September 13th. Do you understand? I want my Black Terminator to look like my Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you understand that? All right. Good night.
Man, tripped out. He had fun with that. He did a whole skit. He put the turban on his head, the white John. He had some fun with this, man. Man, look, y'all take everything too personal, man. It's not that deep for me, bro. Like, it's just a video. And the problem with people, y'all too sensitive to everything. I don't have personal feelings towards none of these content creators. I don't care. Y'all always miss the point. It's not about him. I don't care about him, right? He just the example. And I'm not knocking him, right? I know in his mind he just had fun with it. So I'm not, being overly critical of it. But what I'm saying is he's saying what people are really think in their mind. They think this. Like they think this dude is cheating. They think he got undetectable PEDs. They think Victor Conte is gonna be the reason he win. Like some people might find a laugh, but it's not that big a deal. It's 3 minutes. You see, I ain't stopping too much. Let it play out, get it off, and I make sense out of it. What he's saying, that he's joking about it, that's what a lot of people are thinking. That's what a lot of people been echoing and ushering it. Oh, he's on undetectable PEDs and with no type of evidence or nothing. So even though he joked, that's what a lot of people feel. He had fun with it and he ha ha. I don't care. I ain't knocking him. I could care less. But at the end of the day, he got to deal with that. I wouldn't go that far and play like that, but that just ain't my thing. But cause I know how sensitive people are, right? So for me, I always bring it back to boxing. He's saying a lot of the stuff that's been being echoed. That's how he was able to make a joke out of this shit. Because it's sad that instead of just looking at Bud Crawford as a guy that done what he's supposed to do in boxing and get to where he get to, he's PEDs. It's Victor Conte. He fought bums. That's what's wrong with boxing right there. Talib was good with a Bruce Gas piece to the OG. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So you feel me, CJ? Then it don't be that big a deal to me, But at the end of the day, this is the shit that Bud Crawford has been dealing with since, beating the Earl Spence and jumping up to 68 to challenge the Canelo. These are the different talking points and things that you hear from people, right? PD's this, he SNAC strong that. That's the reason why he, you know what I'm saying? He looked the way he looked. It's because of SNAC. He SNAC strong. So man, for me, I think the guy is where he at because he been working. Like I said, man, he got a guy and a trainer that understands him as a fighter, and they work in unison together, man. And I think come to 13, man, they're gonna be in a position again to shock some people, to upset the apple cart, right? To kind of make people eat some crow. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that they're able to do that because I want to see it. I want to see it. Damn, bro. This dude really turned pro at 15. It's crazy work, man. Crazy. The way he kind of shit, Yeah. You, mind George, you doing a lot. And it's not that deep, bro. It really ain't, though. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. You get what I'm saying? I sit here. This is the problem with people sometimes with boxing. If you support somebody, support them. Don't wait till the one time you see something you don't like to start complaining. That shit was 3 minutes. It's not up there. He ain't getting no light. They know who he is. His fucking channel bigger than mine. What light could I be giving him with 40 people in here? What light? It's not that deep, bro. You missed the point. Like instead of focusing on what you don't like individually and complaining, did you hear the assessment? Did I make it make sense? Did I bring it about boxing? Am I telling you the reason I played it? Did it none of that making sense? You too stuck on what you feel about him personally. I don't know him and I don't care to, right? Just use it as an example. It don't be that deep. As adults, we should just be able to see things and understand the point that was being made with the video, not stay stuck on, he's a clown, you're giving him shot. Nah, I'm not giving him nothing. He don't need my help. He farther along than me. Been doing this shit longer than me. So again, I just made sense out of it. He had fun with it. I let it play. But this is what people think. This is the things that people been echoing. So he probably wouldn't even be able to get up there and play and talk about undetectable PEDs if people wasn't pushing that shit. That's what people been pushing. These pictures come out with Bud Crawford and they start. My bad. So when people see these pictures, they start talking that dumb. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, he is light, bro. We gonna move on. You see how quick you're off the screen? 3 minutes. Boom. Make my point, and then we just keep it pushing. We ain't thinking about him like that. We ain't stuck on him. Let him go do what he doing. Notice I ain't diss him, say nothing bad about him. Just played it and said that's the shit that people are saying, man. That's what's going on. So again, another reason why I play it, because that's why I would want a guy like him to win. It's not Canelo. You know what I mean? Credit to him and all the work he put in. But the thing is that I respect his people really. Oh, you heard Baby Dude? He came in here and say he gonna punch me. Baby Dude, CJ K ready to talk about he gonna punch me, yo. He always talk about punching me. He crazy. So yeah. So that's all. You get what I'm saying? I just like to see people get their just due. So it's a teachable moment. Videos like that, bro. It ain't like it's not gonna get no real airtime. You notice I didn't even crack a laugh. It wasn't like hee ha ha. I didn't. Just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He have his fun, but I hope Bud Crawford win, because you know jokes are jokes, but sometimes people disguise what they feel as a joke. I'm not gonna overly get into it, but he could have been doing that too. But you know, that's what people been wanting to push, this Victor Conte angle, instead of just saying, yo, this is hard work and dedication. That's what boxing need, bro. Boxing need more people to understand. So, you know, just a teachable moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's no big deal. Let's just keep building. The hell with him. Sunchild, what it do, man? Look at that Omaha boy. Yeah, hard work. That's what I'm saying, bro. He deserved it, but sometimes they just don't get it, right? Richie Rich was good with it, fam. Oh, that's all I do. I just try to get Bud Crawford the just due that he deserved, bro. This man been putting in real work, and it's just like I can't watch boxing if I thought the way certain people did, right? We reduce all his. Think about something, y'all. I want y'all to follow me for a second, right? I want to point something out. People, right? People, boxers, almost unanimously, right? When you speak about a fighter, right? When it's Bud Crawford, they have the utmost respect and some of the, you know, best things to say about him, right? You just see how Teddy Atlas broke it down, right? Know what I mean? Crawford being special, right? You got every boxer that will speak on him and pretty much tell you what it is. Like, man, he one of them ones. Yeah, Bud Crawford, one of the hardest workers in the sport. And then you'll have a fan. Here come a fan. Can't fight, not in shape, don't get punched in the face, don't know what it's like, don't even know what confrontation really is like, and then they'll diss him. Oh, well, yeah, the only reason he's good is because he ain't fought nobody. Who taught y'all that shit? Who taught y'all beating up a whole nother grown man is easy? And then he did it 41 times. You telling me that the only reason that he was able to do it, so he was lucky 41 straight times. You get what I'm trying to say? That shit it's ridiculous, bro. It really is. We have to do a better job at supporting. Where's the lie? Where am I talking crazy at? Right? That's what we do with the talent. We overanalyze it and we diminish it and they downplay it. Yeah, you ain't really that good. You only good because you just beat a bunch of bums. Says a guy that don't fight nobody. Says a guy that can't fight and not in shape. Says a guy that's sitting home, sitting in his car, in his computer chair, behind a laptop. It's easy to talk like that. The dude is different. He a different individual, bro. Damn, I ain't never gonna stop talking this shit. So keep that hate and that weird energy coming in, because Just Do gonna keep giving them his Just Do. Y'all gonna learn the difference between me and other people. So whenever I see somebody getting their credit taken from them and everything they work for, like, who are you to talk about what he ain't do? Show me somebody else that's doing what he doing, man. 37 years old, still at the top of the game, bro. He came all the way from lightweight. The man is about to compete at super middleweight. Fuck, that's impressive. Even if he go get smoked, it's impressive. The fact that he even trying to do it, man. Bud Crawford, man, scalp his ass, man. Put that work in and get that dub, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that dub, man. That's why I want to see. That's why I want to see it, because he don't get no respect, bro. Shout out to Cleveland Grant. He said Terence an upset like Leonard versus Hagler. Man, put that energy in the air. Let's talk about it. Diane said it's good that he could be healthy at this natural weight. It was getting hard for him to maintain that lower weight. Talk to him, Queen. It was, man. It was. Shemaya, peace as well, man. Appreciate y'all popping in, man. Make sure y'all sub to the channel. Hit that like button. And look, everybody got their own opinion. Y'all can come up here and talk to me. But I just breathe life in the boxing over here. I speak the real, man. That you can't, think about something. If he's only good because of who he fought, Just think about what that's saying about so many people that's done way less than him. Think about that. The state of boxing. If we're today creating dialogue that will hold Terence Crawford like he just some regular run-of-the-mill guy, you got TBE, Floyd Mayweather himself will tell you how good this guy is. Floyd Mayweather will say it. Alexander Usyk will tell you that Bud Crawford is the #1 fighter in the world. He will tell you, but guess what a fan is saying? Guess what a fan is saying? He's not that good. He's fought bums. He's not that good. You see the difference? TBE, Alexander Usyk, Dimitri Bivol, some of the top fighters in the world, will tell you that he it, and then a fan will be like, yeah, he's really not that good. It's like, what? Like, how do you explain where he's at if it's not him being good? What is it, luck? Please don't tell me y'all think that. The man got in the ring and made a gold medalist look like he didn't belong in the ring with him. He made a gold medalist look like a regular Joe Smo. And he didn't even make it he didn't even go to the Olympics, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, Bud Crawford, man, deserve the respect that he getting, man. He gonna get it from me, bro. I ain't no fanboy, none of that. I just respect talent. That shit ain't easy to do what he did, bro. And I'm telling you, his career is gonna be like it's going like the way people, it's gonna be like wine, right? Over time, it get better. You gonna respect them more. When that man hang them fucking gloves up and you see how long it be till you see the next 4 division champ blaze the trail the way he did, be counted out the way he was in his biggest fight in Errol Spence, and then win in dominant fashion, and we still like, yeah, well, that wasn't nothing either. You gotta be kidding me, man. What we doing? What don't we enjoy? So nothing he did is impressive. So none of the wins, nothing he did nothing is impressive about his career. It's crazy. That's nasty word, man. Nah, man, you watching a generational talent. And that's crazy that people don't see it. How could you not see that that's one of the ones cut from the cloth? The best fighters of today see it. The best fighters of yesteryear see it. They all see it. The promoters know it. The coaches know it. The trainers, you name it. They all know it. They all know what's up when it comes to this dude. People in other sports know it. People in mixed martial arts know he the guy. You can't make this shit up. They all know it. You don't hear that shit nowhere from nobody that competes in combat sports that Terence Bud Crawford is some type of hype job. Nowhere. Unless it's just your 1 or 2 haters sitting in a corner somewhere being weird. Nowhere on earth do they echo that shit because they know that's not real. They know that he fits in the less than 1 percentile of with the amount of success that he had. How is that not impressive? What the hell do it take? Who was it that he was supposed to beat up along the way that would have made you respect him more? This is crazy, bro. And then you know politics is in boxing. That resume talk is bullshit because it's a matter of circumstance and politics and situation, man, and who you in bed with. Perfect example. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. One of the reasons they said that he wasn't going to beat him was the resume talk. That same weird shit that people keep talking about. But guess what? Errol Spence had the opportunity to get this quote unquote better resume because he had a bunch of fights that were in-house on his side. You can't make this shit up. Don't give me no resume talk, man. That shit is very subjective, man. Everybody don't get the same opportunities. I know one thing, though. Every single time Terence Bud Crawford got in the ring, he beat ass. Every single time. Every single time he got in the ring, he stood on business. And we still, like, as a real, genuine boxing fan, what part of you just be like, man, hey, I don't really care for him, or, maybe I don't like this about him, but he cold, though, but I got such and such beating him. Like, we can't even do that. We can't even do that. Nah, he ain't fought nobody. Spence was damaged. It's the only reason he beat him because he's damaged. Like, no, he beat him because he was better than him. And I'm here to tell you, accident or not, I feel like he beats him still because he's better than him. More versatile, crafty. That dude cold, man. Cold. You heard Teddy Atlas just high praise, said that's the best switch hitter I ever got to watch. Think about it. The people that end up, like, actively participated in the sport have a much different viewpoint than the typical fan that's rating Bud Crawford. That's not a coincidence at all. That shit sound crazy. I don't like to question nobody boxing knowledge, but when you try to tell me that Terence Crawford is not the result of like hard work and dedication and really being talented as hell, then I gotta think that you either hating or you blind or you really don't watch. Like for real, please go back and watch him. Go back to 08, go back to the earliest Bud Crawford fight you could find and watch it all the way through. Watch how many fights you could find in him. Watch them joints, enjoy them, and get back to me and tell me if you don't think he one of the best fighters in the world. Ain't even nothing to debate about. That shit is true. That's why he taking a risk like this, man. He like, bro, I'm gonna go up there and fight this big dude, man, or the guy that y'all think is too big for me to fight. Shout out to Bohemian J, man. Only want to say all I see the Crawford disrespect. Just subscribe. I appreciate you, bro. Much love, man. Hey, man, I'm all about giving people they just do. That's why I'm here. They just made me like. I'm telling you, hey, Bohemian J. I tell you what, Jay. If he win this fight, they gonna think my last name Crawford. Call me Just Do Crawford out this joint, bro. I'm Just Do Crawford. They gonna hate me for that. I'm gonna talk crazy in a good way. I'm gonna have fun with it. Emmanuel was good, and if he lose, I'm still gonna be here talking and having fun, bro. Because it's just boxing. But all I'm saying is, no matter which way you turn, it's like hella. I heard somebody sit up on my panel and tell the people listening that Alexander Usyk need to do more. He need to prove more. The guy that's undisputed at cruiserweight, won on the road, taking people belts in their hometown, then moved up to heavyweight, undersized and beat ass, and they still talking about and been undisputed there, and then he still need to do more. That's boxing fans for you. That's boxing fans. Yeah, man, that's not enough. Yeah, that's not good. What are you talking about? Do you know how hard that shit is? Do you know how hard it is to do what he did? The dude clinked out cruiser and then moved up where all the guys is bigger than him and start beating their asses. Twice. AJ twice. The Watt twice. Fury twice. Beating people ass, bro. And they still like, that's not enough. Usyk, that's not enough. I still need to see more. It's like, bro, whatever, man. Like, at this point, bro, whatever. Like, what more do you need to see? Crawford beat Canelo's ass for all the hate out here. Bradley, Mayweather, Beagle, Porter, vouch for Terence, Cleveland. All facts. All of them, bro. All of them. So what do you think about people calling him a weight bully? Richie Rich, shout out to you, bro. I think it's another weak narrative, like, and as people get closer to the fight that they push. Terence Crawford ain't no weight bully, bro. He's never missed weight. You get what I'm saying? All Bomac did was admit to what most people do anyway. You know, boxing is a game of inches, and everybody wants that advantage. So, hey, if you can make 135 pounds and be healthy and make weight every single time and fight and be accomplished, then we're going to do that. We're going to make some money. Then we're going to move you up. Oh, we're going to build some at 140. You know what? Hell, we're going to take all the belts at 140. You know what? Then we go to 147. We're going to get all the belts up there too. Cleaning shit out. Get what I'm saying? Then you know what? I done clean 47 out. Now we go up 54, take a belt there, and boom. Hey, Canelo, what's up? You get me? He ain't no weight bully, man. I get it, man, but he's never missed weight. You get what I'm saying? So it's just very subjective. Like, notice when he fought Madrimov, ain't nobody talking about Madrimov pulled him up from 47. Not one single solitary soul Madrimov fighting a career welterweight or a lightweight or a former lightweight. It's none of that. It's just you don't hear it because Crawford ain't giving the same grace, right? Moving up is a part of boxing. It's a part of the sport. That's why, for me, I won't make the excuse that the only reason he lost is because he moved up. I'm going to make sure that whatever happens in this fight on the 13th, that I assess it fairly and give credit where it's due. Now, obviously, if we see Terence Crawford come out there and like bro mentioned, that he feel like he'll look sluggish or something, and we see that, and we see obviously a difference in his approach and the way he's able to like operate, then we could say, oh, well, yeah, maybe that weight was a little too much. But I'm gonna still make sure I say Canelo was the better man. You got in there, you knew what you was up against. I can't just say, oh, well, it was just the weight. Nah, I'm gonna give credit for where it's due. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Superman. Got to, man. These dudes deserve to be built up, not torn down. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Switcher gonna make a difference. Teddy Atlas might think so. Yeah, keep underestimating Bud, man. He really one of them ones. Crawford gonna retire after this fight. Cheese Gaming was good. I don't know. He asked him, he told him to retire. Canelo get him out of here. Sunchild, my dog. I don't know. Daryl Spacey said Crawford win by decision. I could see that, bro. I really could. NHA, my dog, man. Appreciate you, family. Much love to my homie, man. We just gonna keep building. So Emmanuel said, which is weight bullying. They was yelling that Crawford was weight bullying, but I don't believe in that term much. I just think it's something that is conveniently thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, like, look, Kurt Scooby was what, like a 200-pound, what was he, running back, some shit? The dude fight at what, lightweight right now? And he was at 140 at one point, then went down some more. Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like if you can make the weight, make the weight. Like, the weight bully stuff is just, you know, very subjective. Unless I see that you obviously just overpowering, overwhelming, and just running through guys and leaning and laying on people where you clearly using your weight to as an advantage, right? I just don't see that a lot of times when people talk this weight bully stuff. Man, McQueen, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. I'm enjoying the weight bully conversation too.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you what, you know, the example of Kurt Scobie, and just even thinking about the fact that Bud started at 135 and he's gonna be fighting at 168, and he looks the way that he does.
Right.
I think it just highlights the amazing machine that the human body is.
Right.
The shit is damn near like elastic. You know, just thinking about Kurt Scobie, he was 200 pounds playing football because he had the musculature that was required to play running back. Now that he don't need to play running back and he's boxing, he can shed some of that. So the body is like highly adaptable. It's just an amazing thing to just even think about. How somebody could you know, sculpt their body for a specific purpose and for a specific
My bad. I was muted. Yep, Eric Canelo started at 140. Yep, he did. He did. I'll point that out too. 135 and 140 for the other guy. And that's why I had the picture and the thumbnail that I had made, like with them, with recent pictures, like that size is very telling if y'all can see that the way I see it. I mean, the only thing different is one guy is just far more acclimated with the weight on, right? That's it. That could be the fact. And I keep saying I can't stress that enough, but I don't know. I'm feeling like Mikey Garcia, man. I see something. It ain't what y'all talking about. Keep talking about how they super big. I can't wait to see how they look on fight night.
That's going to be the important thing. How do they look on fight night? How do they perform? And then the funny thing, too, is we don't know where the hell he is, like with his body. Canelo, that is. You know, I just want to highlight that 160, the second fight with Triple G, where he damn near passed out. And that was the start of the whole clenbuterol thing. So clearly he was going to make weight and he was needing to burn something. So we don't know if that was him outgrowing the weight or if, you know, he didn't have the ideal training camp and needed assistance or whatever the case may be. You know, I'm not even going to scrutinize the guy too heavily about that because, you know, these motherfuckers are human beings, bro. So there's a lot of pressure, a lot of weight on these guys to make sure that not only do they get to the finish line, but they actually show up and perform. They show up and show out.
Right.
So I could level with that to some degree. You know what I mean? But not saying that is right.
Right.
Not saying that is right, but I can understand it. Well, that's just people hitting me up. Thank you. But yeah, man. But with the weight bully stuff, and I think Bomac's comment, it got taken a little bit out of context because I don't believe that he was saying that it was solely a matter of them looking for a competitive edge, but also to scale the business of boxing. I mean, you got to look at the landscape at the time. Like, let's say that, God damn it, GPS. Like, but let's say that let's say that Terence Crawford started at 168. Where were the profitable fights at that time?
Right.
What does a path to success look like at 168 at that time?
Exactly.
Opposed to starting at 135 and scaling up.
Right. Said to enhance everything basic. Oh yeah, shout out to Richie Rich, man. Yeah, PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, man. Enhancement drugs. Crawford's away, but nah, I get you, Richie Rich. It's all good, family. I know it's just I like people that just ask questions. It's like the bill, because it ain't, over here. That's what it's all about, man. I engage with the chat, man. I don't tell people they wrong for thinking how they think. I just try to give you something else to think about. And with him, like I said, it made sense for him to do exactly what he was doing. Shit, that's like criticizing Earl Spence for being a career welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Or fighting a couple fights up a little higher in the 150s. Pretty much junior middle early on and then coming down.
Like Chris Van
You get me now? Is he a weight bully because he did that? Like, no. You know what I mean? He fought in what was looked to be one of the glamour divisions. People don't consider like the business, how it worked, what they look in the game. Like, there's so much to consider, but we're only taught to believe in the negative narratives that take away from these guys. Well, yeah, they ain't moving up. They scared. They weight bullies, man. They just want to take advantage. It's just like, bro, sports are about advantages and the competitive edge. And if you can get one, you're going to get one. Trust and believe. Everybody's going to do that. That's just how they move. They're going to get the competitive edge if they can get one.
That's what game plans are centered around, right? Isn't that the reason why people scout and watch film and see where a guy is weak and where he's strong, and
you get me?
What areas can be exploited and taken advantage of?
Why would and I can put it out there, man. I'm just gonna say it. Why would a damn Animal Williams offer Marquise Taylor a fight from on the Tuesday that's gonna happen on Saturday? Why would he do that? Why would he do that instead of giving him the time, a full training camp to prepare? Why would he do it? It's that edge, man. He clearly wanted to try to catch him slipping. This is what it is. Like, and sometimes shit like that will backfire and not work out for a guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's about the competitive edge. You brought it up, and with Bill and Devin scouting out Regis after the Zarilla fight. They was like, oh, really? Okay. And it looked like he right for the pickings. And what did they go do? They went after that scout. Dudes are not dumb, man. This shit is about that edge, timing.
My man Bill was over there licking his chops during that Regis fight, bro.
Why I say that resume talk be falling kind of flat, because the opportunities is just not everybody not giving the opportunities the same way, right? Like look at Virgil. I said this the other Virgil and Xander. Xander got a title. Who fought better competition? Who got the better resume? You get what I'm saying? Like, but that shit don't always mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It don't. He could very well go in there and fight Xander and still lose, though, with the better resume if he don't prepare and execute on fight night. That shit won't matter. But the accolade to have you looking like, oh, man, like somebody asked a question on their show, or said it like, Virgil, I think, call him a hype job. I'm like, damn, hype job is crazy. He got the resume, but not the accolades, so he a hype job when there's people that got the accolades, but not without the quality opponents. So it's like, make it make sense, man.
Yeah, I was just watching speaking of Virgil Ortiz, and I feel like it ties into what we're talking about right now, right? As far as why certain guys move the way that they do. I was rewatching Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine. And during the broadcast, they had alluded to the fact that Top Rank was very high on Mean Machine, because remember, he was a highly decorated amateur.
Right.
But they didn't have the fights for him at 147. Like outside of Bud Crawford, they didn't have the fights for him. So they let him go over the Matchroom and fight Virgil.
Right.
And they didn't let him go because he was trash. They let him go because they just didn't have the fights for him at that division. So that could be one of the reasons why Bud or Bomac advised Bud to start down at 135. You look at the talent pool, you assess that. Do you have the fights? Right? We just heard Steven Espinoza a couple months ago, or was that last year or whatever, in reference to Tank versus Shakur fighting. And he was saying he was allegedly looking for a multi-fight deal, but they didn't have the fights necessary to facilitate that deal. So it's like, why the hell would you go over there? So there's just so many different things that could factor into why a guy could be fighting at a particular division. It could be the names. Sometimes we seen guys go straight from one division to another. One of my favorite fighters of all time, Sugar Shane Mosley. Shane went from 135, skipped 140, went straight to 147. Why would he do that?
Right.
Because who's at 147? All them names are there.
CJ, my dog,
It
appreciate
make
you.
more sense to do that than to be fighting a whole bunch of tough ass fights for less money at 140. Got to go where the money is, man. This is business.
Right. That's what I say. It's so much shit to consider when we be criticizing like what these guys be doing, man. It's like without the information or answers, like it's hard to just have these permanent, simple ass assessments, man. And trying to find ways to downplay these dudes, man. That shit is tough, man. That's gonna be my favorite fight right there, y'all. I promise you. Everybody that's still here listening to us cook, that's why I'm here, bro. I just want to give people they just simple and plain, bro. I just want to enjoy boxing. I talk some shit too, but I ain't toxic, bro. It is unnecessary. I mean, it's just like shout out to dude, what's his name? BT from True School Sports. Man, he was saying it like he'd rather just highlight shit that's good that's going on and stop. Like even with the Canelo and the clenbuterol, like all right, like after talking about it, how much do you keep talking about that? Like it's new. You get me? Like we held him accountable as much as he could. For the ones that really did their homework and paid attention, like I had to do a while back. You found out that he had kind of got his name right. He provided some evidence, some proof, some shit that people don't speak about because. With that, it kind of make your juicing thing fall a little flat. You know what I'm saying? He was able to do some shit that most people can't do. So, like bro was saying, why stay stuck on that and harbor that and just keep talking about it? Nah, bro, I'm going to just let him live there. He got caught then. It is what it is now. Just on to the next, man. You know what I mean? On to the next fight. Bang, bang, boogie. So I got Canelo, you got, man. I'm going with Crawford, but I understand that Canelo could very well have his hand raised at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I know that very, very well. You hear me? Yeah, you hear me. You know what I'm saying? I know it very well. But I also feel like if there's anybody that could pull it off, it'll be him. You know what I'm saying? It could be him. Chris said Canelo gonna punch right through Buzz guard. Don't get me wrong, Carver good. But he ain't gonna be able to handle that type of power. It's possible, Chris, man. Can't rule that out. It's possible. That's the question. That's one of the biggest questions of the fight. How you gonna deal with that? But oh man, if he can, it's gonna be 12.
That's probably the biggest question.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest question, so much so that I believe that Canelo, his skills and his intelligence have been set on the back burner as a result. It's like before we could even get to the point where we have to even fathom Canelo having to go into his bag. It's like, can Bud deal with the power? And then if he can, then Canelo's going to have to go into the bag.
Right. I agree. It's a real question. There's no real hype for the Canelo fight. I mean, with the way them tickets sold, I think that says something different. The way them tickets were selling, like, and this was like, what? More than a week or so ago when I was talking about the ticket sales and what had came out there. And I know people like, because they don't like Turkey, they'll be willing to push propaganda or false news. But from what I heard, they was doing fine with the ticket sales, getting rid of them things. And I think it is hype for the fight because it's a lot of intrigue because of what talent that, Bud Crawford possessed and, the staying power of Canelo Alvarez. I mean, he's still here, almost 70 fights strong, still here, still fighting. You got Bud, 37 years old, about 5 weight classes in, still fighting since 08, still going strong. Like some intrigue to see what could happen here, right? People say, could he put himself in the company and Henry Armstrong would have went over Canelo? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows, man? But I know a generational talent. I feel like when I see one. And it's unfortunate that we've been taught to be toxic when it comes to boxing and just sit back and be like, yeah, that's not impressive. You show me you can get in there. And the fuck, man. Like, pardon me, y'all, but this shit blows me. Like, they will downgrade any fight, not just Bud, just fighters in general. Like, show me you can get in the ring. Like, because look, basically, when people tell me he ain't shit and he ain't did nothing and he only look good because it's weak opponents, it make me feel like you saying you could do it. So what he's doing is easy, right? So
Like, so you telling me you're good enough to make millions of dollars fighting and you're not doing it? So you telling me you could go duplicate what Bud Crawford did, right? This I gotta see. I would love to see it. Some of these people be young too, so go ahead and go for it. Y'all bad. You know what I'm saying? This shit Bud Crawford doing is not special at all. This is run-of-the-mill shit. This is the shit that you see every time you turn on your TV screen. You see a Bud Crawford. Nothing special. Nothing here to watch. You know what I'm saying? Nothing more but a weight bully that ain't fight nobody. You know what I mean? Strategically crafted his career fighting all bums. You get what I'm saying? In-house fights, signing with Top Rank, right? He ain't shit. He ain't nothing. That's what they want you to believe. Bullshit, man. That dude is an anomaly, man. Anomaly. That's why the best of the best respect him. Says not one fighter ever say that shit about Bud, man. That's why I love the boxing space for being real about that man. I love him for keeping it above and letting them know that, man, he it, man. Where dude at? What'd he say about Bud? He said the price of tacos would be $5 at the loss. Damn, man, can't be punching the air. You get me for swinging on the air, ghetto fan. They got me amped up, man.
Shit, Richie Rich. Some people don't even make it to the damn ring walk. Fold in the damn locker room, be throwing up, man. I gotta take a shit. I'm nervous. Some people don't even make it out there. It's serious stuff, man.
Bud is so, I'm telling you, show his feet. Bud gonna try to put hands and feet on Nello. They know he that guy, bro. Crawford run his own people will clown him. I know they know. I mean, look, I don't care about that. I ain't never seen Bud Crawford running no fight. And if he box him and anybody clowns him, the joke is on them. And it's crazy. You can't clown a person that's about to come up the way he about to come up. You get me? You know what I mean? He ain't no runner. He ain't no track star, but he ain't got to stand there and try to prove something either. You know what I mean? We know what Canelo want to do. And I know what he don't like. I watched him enough times in life to know. I watched enough of his fights. I know what he don't like. Yeah, I think Bud and Bomac know what he don't like too, and that's what they're gonna try to execute. And that's where the fight gonna be at, you know? Them two dudes trying to show that exploit what the other guy don't want him to do. Canelo just want to be physically imposing. Think he gonna want to try to prove a point that Crawford don't belong. He usually try to get you early with something. So I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to catch Crawford with something early. Beyonce said Canelo last. His own people's climbing his whole career. I don't know what you be on about though, because you ain't got nothing good to add to the conversation. Never. I've been seeing this consistently for days. I don't know. Why is that the talking point? We're not even talking. You know what? I got you. Salvador say easy work, Carnelito. but need to box Canelo like what Lara did. Tell him, Shamai, that's a fact. Hey man, double tap that screen if you're in the building. If you're new, subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn your notifications on. I don't really need to see no videos. That's irrelevant to the conversation, bro. Why are you focusing on this? Is the problem. You think Bud cares? How you clown somebody for winning? How do you clown somebody for winning and being one of the most successful guys in their sport? Do you think I care what somebody say? I don't even listen to that kind of negativity, bro. You can't tell by now that what kind of platform this is. This ain't one of them. Like, well, you want to sit here and talk about how his people did that. We don't care. We care none. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see two great fighters go out there and prove it, give us a show. I don't care about nobody trying to clown them. Like, people, those are clowns. Are you trying to clown a guy that's going out there and winning fights, being successful, making money? I'm trying to figure out where the joke at. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, crazy, crazy work. I bet you what, though, if Terence Crawford was people's like brother, cousin, father, any of that stuff, they'll think the world of him. That's why I know people be full of shit. They don't really feel the way they do. They know that man is it. They got too much hatred in their heart to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Two special brothers. Yeah, them videos with people probably talking crazy. I don't care about that stuff. Because the joke is on them. The dude continue to go out there and win, and then you clown them for it. Like, it just don't make a lot of sense. Don't make a lot of sense. It look good for the first half of the fight, then Red takes over. We're going to see Joe Baez. We're going to see. Shout out to you. If you're new in the building, y'all already know what to do. Subscribe to that channel, man. You just bumped into the dopest platform in the land. And make sure, y'all, for the people that's rocking with your boy, make sure you turn your notifications on as well. And if you want to go a step further, support the build. We're going to keep building for a bit. Got a little bit before we get up out of here. 2 years in the boxing is a lot. I'm telling you. Tell him, Salvador, it is, bro. 12 threes, my dog. Yes, it's sad the way these people are, but that's why I give him the credit I do, Superman. You get me? That's why. That's why I fight that fight. Because they like, man, y'all, this is the guy that y'all think is a bad fighter? Shit. Damn. Man. Oh, man. I clearly know, like, you can't get to that level being like, subpar. Like, you don't remotely even scratch the surface if you're not good, right? Like, this is boxing. It's the hurt business. This is the shit you can't play. Like, you don't just get lucky 40 plus times. you get what I'm saying? You don't just move to a weight class and knock everybody out because you're lucky. That's extreme hard work and fighting. I've been saying recently, 2 chips on his shoulder. He got a chip on both shoulders. That's what he is. Now I say, man, do y'all really like boxing? Because where all the negative energy be coming from? Like, how do you look at him and be like, yeah, well, that's why I say I don't know. I know people don't really love this shit. I know I do. I like to see people that can fight, bro. Canelo can fight, bro. He got beat up by Floyd. That man learned, got his defense better, upper body movement, head movement, looking crazy. Had a sequence in that fight with Danny Jacobs. He made Danny Jacobs miss so many shots in a row. I'm like, God damn, he making it look bad. He making it look easy. Danny threw like a 4 or 5 piece. Canelo slipped every last one. But to your credit, I think it was you, Ant, that said it. He'll slip all in, but he didn't return fire either, though. He was just cool with like showcasing the head movement and see, I'm slick. You know what I mean? But he ain't firing nothing back. I don't believe in that whole sequence. He just like slipped all them punches. So shout out to Chris. He said he betting 10K on Canelo. Get that money, my guy. It's all good. Get that money on. 10K, get that money on. Canelo will get knocked out. Shout out to Lee, man. It is really good, and people just can't stand Bud for no reason. Yeah, that's why I be trying to understand it, because I'm one of the most understanding people in this space. I be trying to figure out where it comes from, like where the disdain, but I don't really hear much. I hear silly stuff like, I don't like the way he moved. And then when I be like, well, what you mean by that? They be like, well, he signed the top rank, and negotiated with early, made him do the corner. I'm like, okay, personal stuff. All right, yeah, bet. What about the boxing though? Boxing. What is it about boxing that make you mad? Like, what's like? You give me what is it about the style? Is it something about the style that you don't like? Like, talk to me. Fill me in, G. Like, let me know what's up. Like, is it something that you're not feeling, bull? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying, so I don't know. I don't know, man. That was way better than he was when he fought Floyd. I mean, he's improved for sure. To say he didn't would be like, a slight. He definitely improved, but I think as well as the improvement, you also get to a point where you kind of level out. So I think he's gotten better, but what getting better comes like wear and tear, training camps, mileage, you know what I'm saying, and injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got more miles on the engine than the Terence Crawford. And I don't think people bring that up enough. I don't think they bring it, like, they look at it as just all being good. Like, okay, he got way more experience. Canelo, Crawford still, you gonna have 42 fights. Canelo, 68, almost 70 fights. Exactly. That's what Teddy Atlas was talking about. He said he don't measure people by their age. He measure them in fights. Shit make a lot of sense. Think about it. You don't measure a fighter by the age. You measure them in the fights. The wars are the training camps and shit like that. And when you've had 67 of them, and think about it, you've had multiple injuries along the way. You've even had surgeries. You've trained with a knee brace on before. Elbow. I say this stuff all the time. Like, you've been through your share of things. You're not younger. You don't get younger. You get what I'm saying? So he got a bit better for sure, no doubt. But I think it's also gotten to a point where like he's getting up there too. And not so much in age, because he 35, but 70 fights in almost. You do the math. Think about them training camps. And he was 44-2 or something like that in the amateur. So that's another 44 fights. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. He's been boxing since he was 15. It's crazy. So You know what I mean? It's impressive early when you think about it. Like, we like, damn, how old is you? When you're 21 years old, you're like, damn, you've been boxing since you were 15. You hit 23 boxing fluid. You're like, yo, you've been fighting since you were 15. Shit is impressive, but you know, years down the line, you almost 75 cents. You like, yeah, it's still impressive, but oh man, you know, you start to ask different questions. Like, where Father Time at? You give me Father Time in the building yet? Like, what's up? You gonna get older? I mean, can Crawford get older and slower all in one night too with the weight jump? It's possible on either side, you know? It's possible. Like, but just can't see him win. I feel you, Jose. I mean, Joe. I feel you. Just seem like a too tough a task. I know, bro. I get it. I tell you who feels like Bud could do it, though. Where he at, man? My guy, yeah, he feel like Bud could do it. Elijah Flores. Let's play this one time. Look, y'all, double tap the screen. That like button is up to the channel.
Here with Elijah Flores. How's it going, Elijah?
Doing good, man. Just got a nice little knockout win. Feel good. Glad to be back.
Second round KO against Luis Ramos. You've been out of the ring for about a year. How you feeling about your performance?
I'm feeling good. At first, I was like, man, like I feel like I wanted to show more. But, you know, we got in and got out against a tough, rugged opponent, last week's opponent, and we got our feet wet. We back at it now, so good things going forward.
What caused the layoff?
It was just some injuries and some issues, you know, outside of boxing.
This is a kid from the other night. Elijah Flores.
Now we back at it. I'm signed with Cobox, and we're going to be active.
With talent. The prize haven't got more knockouts.
Man, they're going crazy.
Impressive.
How many times, I know you just fought, but when are they expecting you back, and how many times do you want to fight a year going forward?
I think we'll be back by December. I think speak with my team, but I think December, especially with this performance, you know, I barely got touched, and I think December and four times a year. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Grade the performance.
Never by humiliation.
B+.
Yo, y'all be so hard on yourself.
Boxing, especially me, I'm always gonna be a critic. You know, it's always something to work on and get better at. But I actually did good. I looked at it on my phone. I'm like, okay, I look real sharp on TV. You know, slight things I feel like I could have done within the 2 rounds, but you know, it was my first fight back. I wanted to calm it down. I feel like I was a little too not anxious because I'm real composed, but it was just getting my feet wet. B+ is good.
All right, now you started your career off at 40, moved up to 47. I know this was at 54, but obviously, off of a layoff, you don't want to come all the way back down.
Yeah.
Is that where you see yourself campaigning at 47 going forward?
Yeah, you know, 47 is a lot of good fighters. At 47, I feel like I'm real solid. Like that's why I'm being a champion. I'm 21 years old. I'm 10-0 now, so. You know, we gonna start climbing the rankings. I'm already 30 something in the welterweight division. So yeah, things start opening up for me. God willing, 47 for sure.
What do you want next? Are you looking for? I know this guy. He had a lot of fights. Are you looking for another guy like that? 20-something, 30 fights. Looking for an undefeated prospect or something to get the rust off?
I mean, this work. My original opponent was going to be 9-1, more a technical fighter. This was last minute, so you know. But I'm looking forward to just whoever they put in front of me, whether it's a prospect. You know, I beat a prospect. You know, I'm all about just giving great fights. I'm not caring about a record. I just want to fight the best, to be the best, and just fight against opponents that gonna make me go to that top level in the rankings and the sanctioning body. So that's my goal. You know, it's not about fighting dudes looking good. I want to fight that person who's gonna get me up there.
Now, is there any pressure, you being one of the faces of the next wave of Puerto Rican boxing? Like, you feel like each time out you gotta outperform yourself?
Not really, man. Especially like when I feel like there is pressure. That's when I do the most. The best. Like, see, I do it all. So I feel like it's a good thing. And I feel like I can be a new face in the welterweight division. I feel like I was one of those prospects that not a lot of people talk about because I'm not a decorated amateur, and you know, but I sparred the pound for pound greats in the boxing game.
We knew about you, though, Elijah.
Yeah. A lot of people know like the boxing, but a lot of the outside they don't really know about me. But it's my time will be soon.
Yo, next week, Saturday, September 13th. Crawford, Canelo. Who you got?
There you go.
I got Crawford because he's the only person who's able to do things like that and be great and beat a guy like Canelo. But it's like 50-50. It's tough, but I'm leaning towards Crawford. But it's Canelo, you know, what can I say? But Crawford is different.
You've been in there with bigger guys. How do you neutralize the bigger men?
Just by boxing. And Crawford, he does that. He switch hitter, great distance. He doesn't really take big punches. And I feel like if he could minimize getting hit with big punches, he'll be good. But that's why it's just tough. Canelo, he set up the traps. He's real. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's going to be a good fight. I'm excited.
As the smaller man, do you have to get your respect?
Shout out to, damn, I should have let him play the rest of that. Shout out to YSM, man. I like Elijah Flores, what he was saying. Yeah, that's what you do. Like, people act like they ain't never seen a smaller man beat a bigger man. That's the craziest part. And especially when you up that cloth and you great, I believe the shit that people think is impossible is possible. You know what I mean? Not easy, but definitely possible. When you special in that regard, I think you're able to do some things in there that people don't typically think you're able to do. Turkey gets Canelo to sign. Nah, I don't think they scripted no fight. I ain't got no reason to think that Crawford want to be part of anybody's script with his career and his reputation and legacy and everything he built just being on the line. Like, I don't see how he would want that, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Man, my bad, y'all. I just got distracted for a second. Said exactly because he could have fought Connor if he wanted that nonsense. Yeah, he could have, man. He could have. Be making all these excuses, man. This is crazy, but we're gonna see, man. This fight got a lot of people talking, and I don't see how you cannot see the hype around it, man. People don't even know which way they really want to go. They want to make Bud out to be some easy pickings, but they know that ain't happening. They know that's not the case. That's why these people feel like it's okay to push that Turki Alashikh is somehow fixing the fight because he told Crawford deliver the job and don't retire. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. That's silly talk, man. But let's go to Bruce Carrington with his shoes out there interviewing.
Terence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Who y'all got?
Canelo. Crawford's going up 2 weight classes, bro. He's gonna be too slow.
He got this.
He's gonna be too slow.
Yeah, he's 2 weight class heavy. I just hope that Crawford is not overdoing himself with the weight, and he underestimated because he never got hit with somebody like Canelo.
Puerto Ricans be crazy, man. They fight just like Mexicans. They get down.
So I got a question for him. Now, if Terence Bud Crawford was here right now and you was to say that to you,
honestly, I love Terence Crawford. I love Canelo. I'm Mexican, so you know I gotta go from a Mexican.
Bud, man, because he's looking at me right now.
Yeah, man, he's over here. He picked Canelo. He picked Canelo over you, man.
Look how quick that energy he switched.
But you feel me, my brother? I'm Mexican, so can I take a picture with you, my brother?
I'm Mexican, so Crawford, like for sure. It's all good, man. It's all good. I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt you, G. I like the little interactions though, man. I like good thing A, B, and C sides don't matter in the ring. Do it. Nope, you gotta be able to fight. You gotta be able to fight. Shit, Keith Thurman was just a B-side to Brock Jarvis, believe it or not. He was over there in Australia. And did that stop him from knocking Rocky out? Ew, no.
Broken a minute, don't get it fitted. Toe off the bow. Broken a minute, don't get it fitted. Toe off the bow and a billy.
Get that out of there, T.
When I talk about a fight with Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, it does come from a personal place for me to root for him. But I know how to put my bias aside and be realistic about this fight. I think it's perfect timing for both of these guys. I think that this is a fight that both guys have the ability to win. I think that Canelo has been in enough wars and Terence hasn't. So I think health is on his side. I think the ability to be able to be 100% on fight night is on Terence's side. I think Canelo is going to come to the ring at 90%. That's where he's at now.
Yeah.
And if he's strong enough and he's mentally prepared to do what it takes to break down Terence, you got to break down Terence mentally. You don't break him down physically. You break him down mentally, So it's a tall feat for both these guys. And I think that it's very real. This is a 50-50 fight, I think. And I do think that Terence will pull it off.
Shout out to SP, Sean Potter. Say he think he gonna pull it off, man. He say he think health is on his side. I told y'all because of those fights. He said something interesting. You don't break him down physically, you gotta break him down mentally. Can Canelo break down the stubborn Terence Bud Crawford, right? Anything is possible. He say he gonna break him down physically. We'll see, man. We'll see. Come down to IQ, man. I'm telling you, bro. He can take that punch and deal with that blown up super middleweight. You know what I'm saying? Treat him like a blown up super middle, man. You know what I'm saying? Bud gonna be in there. You want to scrimp with me? Want to scrimp with me, boy? You going down today, boy? You know what I'm saying? Going down today, boy. That's how Bud gonna be in there. You know what I'm saying? He already got Turk. He already got Turk on his side. But let's play Tim Bradley. See what Tim Bradley was saying about the undercard, man. Let's keep going, man. Double tap that screen for your boy.
Yo,
let's
Tim
go.
Stone Bradley, man. You already know the rest. I'm confused. I'm so confused right now, man. I just got done. Look. I scoured the YouTube and the internet like crazy, man. Just looking at boxing, bro. This is the first time I just saw the undercard of this damn big ass fight that's not being promoted. What's going on? You've already spent $300 million or $500 million. What the hell? What's up with the undercard? Turkey? What's going on? This ain't like you. This ain't like you, Turkey. Man, you put on main event cards. Every fight could be their own main event. And you don't give it this garbage right here? Come on, man. Come on, ain't you listening to Mobb Deep? Hey, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Come on. Scared to death. What? Scared to look. Canelo fans is shook. Telling you, man, y'all better listen to Mobb Deep. Don't be halfway doing it.
Get him.
Man, don't have.
Get him,
if you gonna do it, Turkey, do it, man. Like you've been doing. Do it. Don't be halfway doing it, man. Shoot. I don't know nobody on the damn undercard.
Lateral movement angles.
I don't know. I'm like, who? I can't even say some of these damn names on this undercard. Anyways, man, that's my time, man, and I'm out.
That's my time, man, and I'm out. Timothy, Desert Storm, Bradley. Man, you Tim be funny as hell, though, G. A funny dude, man. Tim, man, I said was good, fan. Man, Tim, I like Tim, man. Man, that's crazy. Oh, man, let's get back to this. So to be honest, the hype isn't there for a huge fight. Don't feel that big fight energy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's just up to each individual, right? How they assess that, right? So I can't tell you how you feel about it. I feel like we know what it is, and I feel like it's been talked about everywhere. I think that says a lot. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe it'll change a little bit, tunnel vision, as it get a bit closer. But it's definitely a huge fight. We know it is, right? We know what a huge fight look like. And it's definitely a huge fight, you know? We know what it, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to this, John. I really am. And like I said, I sound like I'm from Philly, right? I be saying that every now and then, y'all.
Shit, I'm not like a huge fan of either one, but I'm shook, man, for both of them. Because it's one thing to talk about the fights, give the predictions and the projections, but it's another thing to actually see things play out. Like, bro, it would probably be the most bizarre shit to see Canelo get knocked down if that were to happen. Like, to the point where it's like my mind probably wouldn't even be able to wrap my mind around what's actually happening. Like what the fuck is going on here?
Right. Shit is crazy. Man, you see him hit the deck, like, oh, Cinnamon hit the deck. Remember how we felt when Earl hit the ground? No, I'm not saying Canelo was Earl. I'm just saying. We thought it couldn't happen, and it happened. He was out there knocking Earl all around, man. It was getting crazy out there.
That shit was different, like seeing it, because I knew it was a possibility that it could happen. You know what I mean? With Bud, with the counter punching and everything, and then also the way my man EJ's balance looked in the past couple fights and all that stuff. But seeing it actually happen, like seeing this shit unfold, bro.
You cut out. I don't know if you still was talking. Jose just be so random. Canelo gets 75%. Was we talking about money at all? I don't know. I don't really care though how much money they get. And I know they both about to make, some career, type money. You know what I mean? They both stand to make a lot of money in this fight. So we don't care what they splits are because they both getting paid. That's something we do know. You heard what Buzz said, man. Thank you for everything you did for me. You know what I'm saying? You and Riyadh sees he thinking because he like, yeah, you did. You know what I'm saying? You about to make sure I'm right. The job ain't done. And I'm about to go out here and win. To win this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, man. You know what I mean? He said to a real one, just let's go. Nello, you have no bias. You already know. Shout out to King One, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, my guy. Shout out to you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
It would be crazy seeing it the other way too. Just like if Canelo caught Bud with a left hook and just like sparked him, I'd be like, oh my god, like this is. That's why this fight is so intriguing to me. Like however it plays out, it's like I couldn't fathom either guy being in such a vulnerable state like that. We seen Canelo lose, but we ain't never really seen him get his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Like even against like Dimitri Bivol, like people say he got his ass beat. Like, nah, he got outpointed, he got outworked, but he didn't get his ass beat. Same thing with the Floyd fight. Like Floyd was outboxing him, but he didn't like get his ass beat. His nose wasn't like bleeding or nothing like that. Yeah, he
just a schooling, outclassed him. Like outclassed the hell out of him, embarrassed him, little boxing lesson. But it ain't as bad as like a physical beatdown where you look like you fighting for your life in there.
Because dude, last turning color, bro. It was like, God,
I know you seen Pro Box.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, Pro Box was good, bro. Pro Box was a damn good show, man. I don't know. Man, people was getting their asses whooped. Cordoso got his ass caught and knocked out in a fight he was boxing and winning. Jordan White, top short dog, I think they call it. Man, boxing is tough, bro. That's why I appreciate the hell out of somebody with great defense, bro. Do not ever tell me what boring is, bro. The way them dudes couldn't get out of the way of them shots, and you just knew it was a matter of time. What's the other young boy that got stopped? He got his ass handed to him. He could not get out of the way of them shots. He started off, he looked good. Acosta, I think he was 20-1. He got. Oh yeah, matter of fact, Sagawa got him right. Ain't that? Didn't Sagawa beat him?
Yeah. Sagawa got busy
He could
last
not
night.
get out of the way of them right hands. I'm like, and y'all sit here and y'all complain about defense, yo. Y'all complain about people that know how to get out of the way. Man, that shit is a real skill. That's what was on display, man. Pro Box, that whole card was good. I enjoyed it throughout, but man, yo, dudes do not know how to hold when they hurt, take knees, none of that. Like that shit that's a lost art. It must be. It really must be a lost art, bro. To hold and take knees when you hurt. Cause either do that, make it to the next round, or get stopped. Which one?
Somebody took a knee last night. One person took a knee. I can't remember who it was, but he ended up getting stopped anyway. I can't remember who it was.
It's like crazy, bro. Like, dude, what was dude that tried to fight out of it? I was like, dude, hold on, dude. Like, hold on, grab him and hold him. Like, what you doing?
I thought what's name did a good job of surviving. He got like one of them Haitian sounding names. Francois. He had the yellow attire on.
I know
he was in there. He was in there fighting with Buddy with all the pimples on his back and shit.
Yeah, that dude back looked disgusting, man.
It was looking crazy.
Like crazy. Reef, what's good, homie? Back,
but he got caught with a nice little shot, Francois. He got caught with a nice little shot, and he survived, and he ended up turning it around. Yeah, another thing that I was noticing too, bro, is like, you know, in addition to what you're saying about folks not holding on, it's like also just knowing how to regulate the pace of the fight. Because homeboy, the same what I'm talking about, Francois is like, he started out with a pace that did not suit him. Right. The other guy, the dude with the pimple on his back, he had the type of engine to sustain that type of fight. And then it got dicey for a moment. It looked like he was on the verge of getting stopped because he couldn't slow homie down.
Right.
He couldn't slow him down. Dude was just coming forward, walking through shit, getting caught with clean counters, still pressing forward. I was like, damn, it's about to be a long night for him. And it took around like the 7th round for him to finally be able to slow this guy down just enough to where he could control him. But that's another thing you see with the elite fighters, like being able to slow down the pace of a fight to take a guy who's normally very active and make this guy think twice by like managing the range, dictating where the fight takes place. You know, we might laugh about a Devin Haney versus Ramirez, but like that in and of itself, say what you want about the excessive movement, but he was able to slow the other guy down to slow his offense down. You know, and there's multiple ways to do it. One way to do it is countering. Another way to do it is using movement. Another way to do it is like how you see guys like Bud do it, which is like range. You fall in, I'm gonna catch you with something, make you think twice. But we didn't really see too much of that last night. Like the young guys didn't really regulate the range, the pace. Like you said, a lot of guys weren't holding on, taking knees when they were hurt. People just in there just getting brain cells knocked loose.
Yeah. You was in there getting clipped last night, man. Like left and right. I'm like, damn, bro. Y'all dudes, man. Y'all, man, learn some defense, man. Learn some damn defense, youngins. Damn, you need your faculties about you, man. Y'all can't just be in there getting hit with the brunt of everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, that shit is ridiculous, bro. Oh, I got something from William Skull, huh? Talking about Canelo's power. See, I like this, that this closer this fight comes, that you hear these different things from people. Let's see, man. Everybody got to break down on how they think. That's why I like this shit, man. That's what makes it a fight. When everybody talking about it, I don't know how it's really supposed to feel, but I've seen since the announcement, I think I've seen it being talked about every single day. Every single day. To me, that's got to mean something, right? It got to mean something good for it.
Canelo's back half of his career is better than Floyd's. While Floyd's front half is better because he got names like Jose Luis Castillo and Corrales, his back half isn't better. Canelo on the back half is fighting more threatening champions. But let's give you the facts. Canelo's first fight as Money Canelo was the Gennady fight, the Gennady 2 fight. Then he fought Jacobs. Then he fought Kovalev. Then he fought Sanders and Plant.
The second half of Floyd's career, who's the John Ryder on his resume?
He fought Ricky Hatton, Juan Manuel Marquez, Canelo, Pacquiao, McGregor. There goes your fucking John Ryder McGregor. a bum, a nobody. He didn't even have boxing experience. You know who Canelo fought? When he fought McGregor, Canelo fought Charlo, undisputed champ, but y'all discredit him. Somehow Floyd beating an MMA dude 0-0 is praised, but Canelo fights a quote-unquote smaller dude moving up, but he's undisputed, and that's a cherry pick, not Mayweather McGregor.
See, that nigga dudes just say anything to make these arguments, man. Nobody praises Floyd from McGregor because we all knew he was gonna beat him. Like we knew what that was. Everybody knew what that was. A money grab. They knew what that was. But nah, Floyd don't got no John Riders on his resume. Just cut the shit. You see how it's just easy to say that? He don't got a John Rider, but I ain't even knocking him. This is a good discussion though. If his second half was better than Floyd's second half, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's something to talk about. We might have to revisit that on another live too, for sure. Because that's something good to talk about though. It's a good conversation, something to think about. But here's Williams Cole. Let's see what he had to say about Canelo and his
How did you feel his power? Like the times that he did connect with you.
Lo sentí fuerte, ¿no? Pero no, normal, porque es fuerte. Es un boxeador que es fuerte porque recibió algunos golpes que le conecté y también cuando bloqueaba, también me sentía la potencia, pero no era algo que te asuste, como que no, boxeador, creo que una leyenda, pero no es una gran potencia esa que te pueda demoler, ¿me entiendes?
Saying his power, he felt his power, but it's nothing scary. It's not legendary or nothing like that. You know, he felt the punches, but you know, nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not scary, not legendary, not demolishing power, but power. But Williams Cole he's not the smallest guy either. He's got some size to him, so he wasn't no super small guy. So it's no surprise that he said something like that. But I think it's just anybody can be hurt with shots that you don't see. Shots that you're not used to getting hit with can hurt you as well. It's gonna be some questions for Bud to answer, especially early, because I think that's what Canelo likes to catch you. I think he likes to catch you slipping and hurt you. If he can clip you, he'll clip you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he just like to put you in that trick bag, man. He like to tame you. Once he got you tamed, he'll beat your ass. You get what I'm saying? He'll beat you up. I mean, he'll get at you. But something something else I wanted to play. What was it? I almost forgot about this. Keith Thurman is a funny dude, bro. Keith one-time Thurman. What was I looking for? So ask American's power felt. Yeah, that's American though. That don't count. He gonna say it don't count. Let me be clear. That's American. He was known to have a glass chin, as they thought. I hate to say that about people, but he was known to get knocked down by 9 punches and be knocked out a lot. You know what I mean? American. So knocking him out the way he did is not the most impressive thing. If he's able to do that to Crawford, that's super impressive. I don't care what weight class he came from. He can put Crawford out like that. I respect it. And then while Skull was already running, yeah, man, Skull was boxing his ass though, believe it or not, man. He just didn't want to stand there for no to get his ass beat. Khan's still waking up. Yeah, he did a mirror filthy. I ain't gonna lie. He did a mirror filthy. But shit, that's what he was supposed to do. He lost every round before that, though. I'll tell y'all that. He was losing every damn round before that. So he got it all. But let's keep going. One last thing I want to touch on. So y'all all familiar with Osleys Iglesias, right? The super middleweight man that just fought. What's his name? Vladimir Shishkin that he just fought. He just stopped the dude Shishkin. He don't speak no English, but he did a post-fight interview and he mentioned the winner of Canelo Crawford, man. He had some words for them, man. It's yeah. If y'all have not, double tap that screen for your boy. Double tap that screen. Sub to the channel. Support the build. We wrapping up, man. We almost 3 hours. I think we are 3 hours in. I'll get to this. Hold on. Where is it at? Iglesias wants smoke, man. Iglesias said, man, I want to fight, man. If the winner don't fight me, they shook. Crawford's legacy is going to be ruined. Nah, man. No, it ain't. He ain't no runner. I don't even know why you think about that. He's not supposed to stand there. Keep that in mind, bro. He's supposed to box and make it hard for Canelo. How do you do that? You give him looks that he don't want. You get what I'm saying? You give him looks that he don't want. Don't let him get comfortable. Present a different target, man. Be moving, like, you get me. I ain't got all the answers. I ain't got no said when's the next live? Richie Rich. Probably most likely probably tomorrow. If not, then we live Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Sometimes we come on earlier and we do 2 lives. You know what I mean? The other day I did 2. Did like 8 hours of streaming, 4, and then I came right back and did another 4. We just be building over here, talking some good boxing, man. Yeah. He said, "What? Nope, Crawford legs." Yeah, he was staying. Yeah, it'll still be there. It's appreciate you, Richie Rich. Much love, bro. But listen, basically, I can't even find a video I'm looking for. But honestly, Iglesias mentioned, wanting the winner of Canelo and Crawford, and he said if they don't take the fight with him, then they just scared. They just plain on scared. They don't want to fight him. But I don't know how long Crawford's gonna stick around. But I know Canelo ain't fighting that dangerous guy. He gonna handpick who he want to fight for the rest of his career because that's just what he on. You get what I'm saying? He's been having it his way. He gonna continue to have it his way. They're not gonna make him switch up and do anything different. So he has literally zero incentive to ever switching up what he doing and do anything outside of it, right? So it just is what it is. That's boxing for you. But he wouldn't be the first dude to do what he want, right? You know what I'm saying? He's just reaping the benefits of the work that he put in. People don't like it, but to a degree, I understand it, and it just is what it is. So at least with this one, he challenging himself against somebody like a Terence Crawford that could possibly beat him, and I respect it. I respect it to a degree because you ain't gonna have no easy out. That's what I don't think, but we'll see. So man, shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me again for another dope build. Shout out to the channel members, man, the mods, everybody in the chat. Shout out to the new subscribers, man. We was able to hit our 10K mark. Appreciate all y'all, man. Much love. We just going to keep getting to it, man. One build at a time. We just going to keep building boxing up. Gonna probably be back to talk some more boxing tomorrow for sure, man. Y'all know how we do. Canelo going to humiliate Crawford and fighting Jake Paul. We'll see. But y'all double tap that screen for your boy. Double tap the screen. Subscribe. All that good stuff, man. But we'll see, man. I don't know. Jake Paul, the fact that he bringing a lot of money, man, so he can get guys interested in wanting to fight him off of that alone. You get what I'm saying? Money talks, bullshit runs a marathon. We know that. So I think that alone is making people interested in fighting him. You know what I'm saying? But real quick before we get out of here, I don't know if y'all seen this. But Usyk is being investigated. He recently came out and spoke about having a back injury, and then they caught him doing some dancing or whatever have you. So they claim to be doing some investigating because he was seen on video dancing or whatever the case may be. I don't really think too much of this. I don't think too much gonna come of this. The end of the day, man, he explained his back injury and that he might just need a break, man. He said, don't push the horses. What you mean, man? But look, Usyk is one of the best fighters in boxing. Proven through and through. Think he'll fight anybody. How many more fights he got left in him remains to be seen, but we'll see what comes out of this investigation. He said, don't push the horses. What's the horses? Yeah, I don't know what you mean. What you mean by don't push the horses? I don't know what you mean. But yeah. So like I said, Usyk is being investigated, but I doubt if too much come out of this, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, I think as long as he got that medical report to prove that he's injured and his back is injured, I don't think it's much gonna come from it. And one of Usyk's most famous quotes: "Oh, don't push the horses." Shout out to B. I ain't realized. I ain't know what you was saying. I didn't know what you was getting at. Shout out to you, fam. Appreciate you joining the stream. But look, we wrapping up. We had another dope 3-hour build in the books, man. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on. We're gonna be live. We ain't here right back tomorrow at 4. We're gonna be here Monday through Friday. 4 p.m. sometimes earlier, but make sure them notifications on. Oh, he said from the press conference recently. Appreciate that. Much love, B. Much love, man. My guy. Much love. But again, with that, shout out to everybody that rocked out with me. Enjoy the rest of this good Saturday, y'all. And I'll see all y'all tomorrow, man. Shout out to the new subs in the building and everybody that's rocking out. And we're going to be here, man. We're going to keep building. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace to the family.
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand. Oh, and there's a knockdown score with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.